can do that now.
When you start, then I'll start.
I started.
No, I'll do my fake clap that you guys can never hear.
I started.
It's not real. It doesn't exist.
Wait, why can I not change the... okay, there we go. Okay, oof. It's, Podcastaroni.
Podcastaroni.
Super late edition.
Indeed. Thank God I quit my job.
You know what's funny?
Part-time job I picked up is buns. It's not good.
Of jobs,
I might quit that too.
Speaking of jobs, I might accidentally lose my job because my ride is gonna be quitting soon.
I thought he's a manager.
He is, but he's not getting paid enough. And like another thing is that like, what is it? He wasn't getting paid the promised pay, and they're not bringing Tilted Kilt to Waco in a reasonable time. Mm-hmm. So he's like, if you guys don't want to pay me enough, and like you guys this and that, then like you guys can scooch the pooch.
Scooch the pooch, as they say.
Hey yo, Real Bout Fatal Fury 2, the newcomers, is free on Twitch.
Is it?
It is.
Bring those cameras all fuzzy.
Is it better now?
I think it's coming back into focus. Yeah, it's.
I don't know why he does that, man.
Also, King of Fighters 2003 and Last Blade is also free on Twitch.
They've been rotating those. Those were free like a few months ago. I think my neighbor just pulled the. I'm not even being that loud. I think my neighbor just pulled the knock on the wall strat. Can you believe that shit?
Did he?
I think I just heard him knock on the wall.
Dang, you hate to see it.
Fuck it. How dare he? All right, everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ride to Orbis, the final edition of 2022. What a year it's been. It's been a blur. My name is Max Pleister. I am joined by Pringle, the one, the only. What's up, man? How you doing, Pringle? Merry Christmas. Merry belated Christmas.
Yeah, right. How about that? I'm all right, man. You know.
Yeah. Elephant in the room. Obviously, we didn't record for like close to a month. It's been 3 weeks.
Been that long?
Damn. It's been a minute. Yeah, it's been a minute. But it's okay. It's okay. You know, that happens sometimes. Also joining us is Pringle the 2. Maybe I'm a lion. What's up, Broken? Happy holidays to you, my friend.
I know everybody's gonna ask, where's the beard? It's fine.
Yeah, we were talking about that pre-show.
Oh my god,
dude! Pringle was going at your throat.
He was.
I can't do it, man. I just can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it.
He literally was like, "Did you kill my child?"
Man, dude, man. They like chop your head, man.
Yeah. I think Broken could pull. He could pull I can't pull beardless. Like I have too much of a baby face. Broken could do it though.
Looks like too freshly shaved. He's trying real hard to get this receptionist job, man. He's got
oh man,
behind this receptionist job for a while now, dude.
Yeah. See, I couldn't work in an office that required you to shave every day. I'd be like, no, I don't care how much you're paying me. Like,
nope, I couldn't either. They literally gave me a no shave kit just for that. They were like, nope, you cannot shave every day. Please stop.
Mm-hmm. Well, gentlemen, it's great to be on this podcast with you all. It is 2 days away from New Year's, from flipping the page over on 2022 on to 2023. And yeah, it's been quite the year. You know, this is our 13th episode of Right to Orbis. We also recorded a few of our old podcasts, FGC Hollywood. So we've been around, took a few breaks, took a few bumps in the road. But this episode is going to be all about recapping everything for the year, and then turn the page. By the way, the other elephant in the room is that, again, pre-show. So pre-show, we had a little bit of a roasting thing going on because Pringle bullied me because I was wearing my glasses, my blue collar glasses. Like, man, don't wear that shit, you nerd. And then so I took them off, and then I kind of bullied Broken because the Pokey Feet poster's off the wall. It fell.
Oh, is it? I just realized that. You're
It
right.
fell.
Yeah. Put it back.
It did fall. I'm too lazy
Yeah.
to put it up right now. Like,
R.I.P.
Oh, man, the last show of the year. This man wouldn't even give us some feet, man.
Look at the void. Look at the void in the wall right
It
there.
does look weird. There was something there.
Oh man, it's okay. Hopefully she'll return the
will
savior
return.
of the FGC.
she's right. You can see the poster.
You can definitely see the poster.
Yeah, I can see that. Wow.
He even
dude.
flipped her. He flipped her upside down.
He flipped. He was like, shame.
Shame.
You know
Shame,
what?
Pokey Feet. I'm just giving you grief, Broken. It's all good.
You know what? Here's the deal. I will go over there and I will at least flip her over so you can at least see her.
You can do that during break. During break, you got to flip her. Just flip the Pokey Feet just for good old time's sake. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about. So we've been off for 3 weeks. We never did cover the Game Awards. We have our own Game Awards to give out. And then a little bit of recap at the end. I think it would be cool. Just talk a little bit about what we've done. But speaking of recap, we got our own little tradition here at Ride to Orbis. We started this late. I think we only had 4 episodes worth. But let's recap some of what we did. So before we get to the word of the week and the questions and all that, what have we done in 13 episodes or 12 episodes of Ride to Orbis? So our most talked about game since starting RTO is Street Fighter 6 with 4 times where it was like the actual topic. Like we dedicated a segment on the podcast, followed by Tekken 8, which was 3 times. So, those FGC Hollywood roots are still very much a part of us. We talk about fighting games a lot. We've done 4 words of the week: interlocutor, sepulcher, laconic, and perspicacious. Now,
None of those words.
Broken, can you give me a definition of one of those words? Do you remember what any of one of those words?
I know sepulcher is the something to do with the grave. It's the coffin.
It's a place of burial.
It's a place of burial. Yes.
Place of burial. What about you, Pringle? Do you remember any of these words?
Can you repeat those words again?
They're on the paper.
So they're-
Can
I'll
you
do
say
it.
that in a sentence?
So it's
Could you
interlocutor.
spell it out for me?
So sepulcher he already said, which is a place of burial. Laconic
Oh, yeah.
and perspicacious.
I'll give you a hint. You
Oh, I
want to use.
rolled all the way down on the damn notes. No wonder I lost.
I'll give you a hint. You want to do the laconic.
Wait, no, I don't. Because I don't remember any of them, man. Dang,
Perspicacious is
isn't
the
it
last one we've done.
Isn't perspicacious the one where it's when you're trying to talk with more aggressive nature or something like that?
No, perspicacious is when you have like an acute understanding of what's going on. Like,
Oh, okay. Well,
and
my
laconic
time
is
of year.
one that doesn't have a lot to say. Like,
Oh, okay.
That's why I was trying
Just,
to. I was trying to warn, be like, use laconic. It's about like not saying anything.
yeah. And interlocutor is just someone who is a part of a dialogue, who takes part in a dialogue.
Gotcha.
So those are the words. We'll continue this, obviously, in 2023. Pretty fun. Also on the podcast, in 12 episodes, we talked about a total of 41 different games, which is a lot. It's a lot of different games. We've done 2 mailbag episodes. We still never found a nickname for our Discord people or the audience. We're technically the Degen Rangers, but
I was gonna say, isn't the Degen Rangers the?
I think they're sticking to it in the
I
Discord,
think
they
man.
love
they
the
might.
Degen
They
Rangers.
like
Oh,
it,
man.
man. They got colors in there, man. I'm the
I
green
know.
Degen Ranger. I eat nothing but nuts and garbage cans.
Oh
Anything
man,
green
yeah.
in them.
There's green Degen, which is Scruffy. There's red Degen, which is Big Sword.
Blue Degen is also taken.
No, blue Degen is actually that's available now.
Is it available now?
Yeah,
What
so
happened to King Gary?
no, that was never King Gary. That was somebody else. But there was something happened in the Discord, and there was let's just say amicably we parted ways.
It was a falling out.
There was a falling out. Yeah, you rocked the boat. But anyway, Yeah, blue Degen Ranger is available. So yeah, okay. I guess I stand corrected. I guess we are the Degen Rangers then. Shout out to Pants because he's the originator.
Is he the black one? I think he's the black DJ Ranger.
He's the black one.
Of course he is.
Yeah. No pink, no yellow, and no blue. And yeah, so
Got you.
I am none of the Degen Rangers. I'm Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, you're Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
I love that. I keep every time you talk about it, I keep posting the GIF of her
coming out of the trash can. Yeah. So I guess we found our nickname. We do have one active wager still going on, which is CVS2 versus Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Broken and I, we wagered on which game will come out first. I said CVS2 will be out first, and then Broken said no, Tekken Cross Street Fighter will come out first. Now we still don't have a result because neither game is out.
You know what's funny?
Sorry, CVS3. What am I thinking?
Is that a remaster of 2?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I think that you might win this, even though that would be my wish, anyways.
You want a Tekken Cross Street Fighter 2?
No. I want a CVS 3. I wanted a CVS. So there's 2 games that I wanted that were my FGC dream games, which was a new Melty Blood, which came out.
Yeah.
And CVS 3, which has yet to come out. Now, I think CVS 3 is coming out before Tekken Cross Street Fighter, solely because, SNK and Capcom are buddies now. So
yeah, I think that's going to happen before Tekken Cross Street Fighter. I don't think Tekken Cross Street Fighter is going to happen probably ever. I don't think it's coming.
Yeah, I don't know. So, especially since Tekken 8 is coming.
Yeah, and that looks, pretty anime. We'll talk about that. That was definitely part of the Game Awards. We'll talk a little bit about that. Last thing, as far as our little intro segment here, is the RTO Sports Champ for 2022 is Pringle, the first one.
Yep.
With a final score of 3 to Broken's 1.5.
That's funny.
So, Pringle, you're the sports champ. Even though we've only done 4 weeks of sports questions, you. And technically, Broken had a leg up because he had 1 week where you weren't even on the show.
You know what's odd is that you should show you should show my graph where it says I played sport games on my graph. What is I still want to know what beautiful is, because on your graph it said beautiful, you played beautiful games.
Well, I don't know what Steam's thinking, because on Pringle's graph it says dark humor. So it's
what is that? Lisa.
Probably, right? Yeah.
I think Lisa.
I do like dark humor games, but I don't really see too much of them.
Yeah. The fact that it's a little subgenre is pretty funny.
Still, I think I still want to know what beautiful games you play.
It's got to be Craftopia. Well, we'll get to it, but it's got to be Craftopia. Well, once we talk a little bit about our picks for our games of the year for 2022, I'm sure we'll talk about Craftopia, and I'll explain why it's probably beautiful. I don't know. But yeah, that's all we've done. I mean, not too bad for 12 episodes, I don't think. We haven't been the most consistent with the transition from Hollywood to the D-Gen army. But we're doing all right.
To be fair, we're still kicking it. We're still doing great.
We are still kicking it, and I think we're gonna have a good 2023. I got a lot of interesting ideas that I want to execute, especially while I got more time in the winter where I'm not being pulled one way or another. I got rid of that vacation finally that I was,
How long was
pushing
it?
off. It was 8 days.
That's
and
long.
Too long. They should have been 3, and I was like, I'm ready to go home. But that's done. So finally, I can focus on some other things. But yeah, that's all we've done. Appreciate our community, Patreon, Discord, YouTube comments, everybody. By the way, I started uploading some shorts. I'm gonna put more shorts on the YouTube channel. Man, those are it's crazy how much better shorts do. As far as views compared to regular. But anyway, I thought they were pretty funny because I was just going through some of our highlights, and One of them was Pringle's lamp story, which I just love the fact is like we got this at a dead person sale.
You got it at an estate sale. It's basically a dead person.
I love that. I love that short so much. That short's amazing. He's just like, "Hey, come here," and he's like grabs his camera. He's like, "I gotta show you this."
Yep. Yeah, the green lamp. So we'll do more of those. Those are fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then speaking of community, obviously we had 2 mailbags. You can always add to the mailbag through Discord, through Patreon, through Twitter. You know, I guess that thing never went away, so I guess we're stuck with Twitter. It's here to stay, unfortunately. But yeah, I really appreciate our community. I hope we grow in 2023. I think we'll have some cool things to add. And yeah, that's that. Things to note. I already said, apologies for no podcast last 3 weeks with the holidays, and then some other things came up. We just couldn't make it happen. We were supposed to do the River City Girls review discussion, but that's going to be the first episode of 2023. Will be the River City review discussion. Today we're just going to recap the Game Awards and recap our 2022 year for all that jazz. No corrections. But there are 2 things that I just want to get off before we start our whole yearly review stuff, because I have been getting a lot of questions for this. So the first one is, I've been asked a lot about the whole Mike Z situation. Remember, I had Mike Z, who was the former lead developer at Lab Zero Games, Skullgirls. Pringle and I did a whole podcast after Mike Z came out with that 214-page document going after the Future Club members and how they did him dirty, and they basically threw him under the bus, and it was like it was a whole coup that they were trying to it's like they were the rebel army. They were trying to oust him. But
Mavericks, man.
that was a while back. The court case was or the court date that was scheduled when Mike Z countersued, right? I mean, not countersued, when he sued those 2 people over a Future Club. That was supposed to happen on November 7th. But we haven't heard anything since, because it's December 29th. Now, this is what I'm assuming. Either they showed up to court and then they got an extended date, so it's not over, or they settled out of court, which a lot of times what happens when you settle out of court, you won't get any public details. Only when it goes to trial will we get to know what happened, because that's public information. But if they settled, we won't know unless one of either party discusses it on a public platform, which in 2023, I do want to reach out to Mike Z and have him on the podcast and see if he wants to talk about it, cool. If he doesn't, that's fine. But I'm also interested into seeing what he's going to do in the future. Is he going to stick to games? Is he going to try to be a developer for somebody else, or is he going to try a new project? Those are the things that we don't know. But as far as the whole court case with Future Club and Mike Z, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but if I had to guess, I would assume that he settled out of court somehow, and that's why we don't have the details.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
It is December, so
it's almost January. So
yeah,
unless they got an extended date, but knowing the 2 people at Future Club, they had a lot of proof against them for what they did, and it's kind of hard to see where they're gonna come with a good case to fight that, instead of just paying Mike Z what he deserves, or reaching a certain agreement. I don't know. I'd like to ask him in the future if he's willing to come on the podcast.
To be fair, his name is kind of tarnished, so it'd be hard. Like, if he wants to work with a new company, it's going to be hard for him to pick up the pieces.
I don't think so. I think, and the dust has settled, and I think, especially if he was on the right end of the lawsuit that he filed against those people, I think people will be like, all right. I mean, they kind of just, he was a little bit of a victim there of the whole cancel culture wave that, washed the FGC back in 2020. And not that I don't think he's like completely innocent in everything, because he did do a couple of things, but not enough to get canceled, in my opinion. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But I like talking to Mike Z whenever he talks about games. Interesting. Yeah.
Man, Skullgirls just isn't as fun. That's my only. It's just not as fun, man. I ain't touching that game, man. So
it's honorable mention.
Dishonorable mention.
Man. The other thing here is the last podcast 3 weeks ago, we talked about the whole drama with Panda Global, Dr. Allen, everything that had to do with basically him trying to overtake the production side of the Super Smash Brothers scene in a very backdoor / grimy way after going about it the wrong way. Anyway, what happened since, nearly the entire content creator group that they had over there at Panda, they left the team. They left the organization. I believe it's like Juna and Katana Prime that stayed. Like everybody else bounced. And so that happened, and then Dr. Allen stepped down as CEO, and then he finally came out with a response, and it amounted to this, give or take. So he claims that the Smash World Tour knew he was filing for a license with Nintendo to create an official circuit, predating all the way to 2018. He said that he was surprised that the Smash World Tour announced the event without talking to Nintendo first. Then he said he was actually looking to bat for the events that weren't officially licensed with Nintendo, regardless of their affiliation with Panda Cup or not. But it got spun as him trying to strong arm them. It's kind of like he said, she said with that, what happens there. Also, with regards to Beyond the Summit, he showed receipts that he never asked for the broadcast rights for free. But Beyond the Summit did not respond well to the 2 meetings he had with them. And they wanted nothing to do with him, regardless of if it made them more money or not. They wanted nothing to do with Panda Global, nothing to do with Dr. Allen. And take that for what you will. Lastly, he is planning on selling all of his shares and dissociate himself from the Smash scene completely. So, I don't know. It's still kind of a bad look for Panda Global because a lot of that stuff happened under their banner. But we'll see. Once he's completely removed, we'll see if they can have some sort of a clean slate. I don't know. But that's the end of that story.
And he sounds like he's getting away with the money, man. He's taking the bag and he's leaving. Like, man, I'm taking my bag, though. And he just running out the door, man. Freaking be coyote motherfucker.
Kind of sounds like that.
Almost. Yeah, it sounds like he got his way because, like, if he got his money and he's able to sell his shares, and at the end of the day, like, oh, what? He lost. He ain't got no job. They probably don't even put it as he got fired or quit or something. He just, like, I don't know, they went separate ways, and then he's not going to have any trouble finding a new job because he could probably still put that on his resume or something.
He could found something else. I don't know, start something else that's not in the fighting games or Smash scene,
Yeah, he's going to esports. He's going to do league now, and they get paid more.
Yeah. Who knows? But anyway, that's all that happened there. Now, normally, I ask you gentlemen what you have played. But not today, because today is the end of the year show. So today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk about what we played this year. And man, it was like pulling teeth out of Pringle to try to get some answers.
I'm not Dick. I was that guy today. I am sorry. It was
he couldn't think of games.
30 minutes.
It's all
my head is blank right now, man. I like such a blank head today.
It's okay. You've been through it.
Even though it's Thursday, man. I thought it was Wednesday. The whole day. I really thought
they're all over the place.
Like Thursday? What? No, we ain't doing that today. That's tomorrow.
But it's okay. We got it out of you. So we got some categories here, personal categories for Game of the Year. Now, the caveat here, games we talk about here, obviously it's 2022. Games we talk about here, these are personal for us. So like they don't have to come out in 2022. It's just we played them in 2022. So there are Game of the Year because we played them this year. So some of these games are a little older. I'll start with mine. So actually, how about we do this? We'll do category by category for each person. So the most played game of 2022, mine, by no surprise, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, one of my favorite fighting games to come out on the 360 and PlayStation 3 era, finally came to Steam via port. Thank you, Arc System Works. And I played that a lot this year. Super fun, just how I remember it, plus rollback netcode. Only thing I wish is that it had instant rematch, because going back to the lobby every time sucks.
Yeah, it's got some archaic design in it. Yeah, you know what's funny right quick, though? I found my copy, man. I found the copy.
Nice.
There you
I
go.
don't know how. Yeah, found the game, but then I was like, where the hell's the case? Because I wanted to sell it. And now it's like it's not even worth selling because the remaster came and now the price is plummeted. I could have sold it for at the time for like 60 some bucks or something like that. Now it's like 20.
I still have my teddy from when you bought the game.
Oh, I used to have one of those too, the inflatable ones, yeah.
Yeah, the inflatable teddy?
Yeah. Yeah, Persona 4, Arena Ultimax. Fun game. I play it a lot still to this day. So yeah, that was my most played of 2022. Pringle, you joined me on the fighting game.
Yeah.
Rivals of Aether, your most played game of 2022?
I play that game like every day, man. It's super fun. I have a lot of fun times playing the game. It's just really addicting. It's like, and it's like there's a lot to get better in it. Like there's a lot of little things that's like, oh, okay, it keeps me going. And I haven't really found any other fighting game that I want to play. Just kind of, I think of trying Melty, but then I'm just like, Or DNF Duel got an update, but then it's still like, I don't know if that update is. I don't even got the game, so.
Now I'm the fraud.
I don't know.
I'm the fraud here, everybody.
Yeah, so Broken, your most played game of 2022 is, but of course, Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Oh.
I mean, hey, you're getting your money's worth, right? A paid subscription, you might as well play it.
True that.
Yeah.
It's also just one of those games where, like, compared to like fighting games, sometimes, man, it's just easy to play those type of games. Like MMOs, you can just sit there and play it all day. I mean, if I had an MMO, I'd be playing that more than fighting games for sure, man. I don't have one right now, but I definitely would.
Blue Protocol coming out soon. Maybe that's the game for you.
I want to try that when it comes out. That's for sure.
Yeah. That's actually on the Game Awards list. Surprise game of 2022. Mine is Craftopia. Broken, you were talking about, why does my chart on Steam have beautiful on it? I'm assuming it's Craftopia because, it does have some cool scenes and sights, right? It's not a very graphically advanced game, but the atmosphere for it is very Zelda-ish. So it's kind of neat in that way. And Craftopia has been a really fun game for me. Mostly with, playing with friends. I got 2 close friends that I play that game with. It's, you craft, you have RPG elements, there's some farming sim elements. It's a game where you really like Pringle just said with MMOs, I can just put on a podcast or put on some music and just chill, just start playing, So definitely a surprise game, 2022. I did not expect me to play a creative kind of game like that as much as I did.
They're very addicting.
Yeah. Pringle, you have Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town as your surprise game of 2022. Talk to me a little bit about this game.
So it was. So originally, I would have mentioned Friends of Mineral Town, the remake of Story, because Story of Seasons used to be Harvest Moon. I guess that probably might make sense now. Yeah, it used to be Harvest Moon, and then like some stuff happened with the company, and then now they rebranded to Story of Seasons, which is cool because they're remaking a Harvest Moon for the GameCube, and I can't wait for that to release next year. That'll be freaking dope. But this is a separate one. This isn't a remaster or anything. Pioneers of Olive Town has been pretty fun. I was enjoying. I think I put like maybe 60, 50 hours, and I was pretty surprised because I originally wanted to just play the remake of the old GBA title that I put so much hours into it, like probably 100 plus hours on that GBA title originally, and they remastered it on the Switch. I was enjoying it, but it wasn't as like I like how like Pioneers of Olive Town has a couple of new. It just felt new. A remaster, a remake is still kind of old in a way, but this one felt like something new. So I was pretty surprised at all of the new stuff in it and how it just plays. It's a really fun farming sim game that I didn't think I'd put so much time into. Man, I put a lot of time into that game. So that just surprised me, man. I was just playing it for like days on days. If anything, I'd probably go back and play more of it, but I think I may have lost save data. Hopefully it's in the cloud, but it's pretty fun game.
Hopefully. Sweet. Rogan, oh my god, I cannot believe I'm reading this. Fortnite.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Right, is it really that?
Yeah, actually.
This guy's JJ, man. He's freaking JJ.
Are you building or not building?
Not building.
Are you boomer or zoomer?
I'm so here's the thing. So I
Isn't
play
that part of
build.
it though? Building?
So I play build mode.
Not if you're a boomer.
So I play build mode because it's super casual, but I don't build at all. I just shoot people. I just click heads.
Why not just play?
No build mode.
Why not just play no build? Yeah.
Because that's where all the sweats are. So like if I want to sweat,
okay.
I play no build mode. But if I just want to win the game, then I just play no build. I just play build mode because everyone there just knows how to build, and I'm like, all right, cool, bing.
What's your favorite skin on Fortnite? Chun-Li.
I wish I had Chun-Li skin. I don't have that.
Rye bread, rye you.
Again,
That was a shotgun.
here's the thing. So me and my friends were memeing because we were like, "Oh, they added Goku into the game," and so we all checked it out, and surprise, surprise, the game is actually competent and fun.
I saw a funny fan-made manga panel where they were saying it was Ariana Grande fighting with Naruto against Goku, and they're like, "This is canon."
Dude,
So
I actually
funny.
did put Goku in that game. No,
Yeah,
that's
Goku's
funny.
in the
Oh
game.
man,
Oh, what the hell? I'm looking at it now. It looks so weird.
Yeah, it does. Actually,
he can Kamehameha, right?
Yeah, he. Well, no, it was a thing that you could pick up. You could pick up a Kamehameha.
Oh,
Although
Oh, like
I will
cell
say this,
shaded too?
Ultra Instinct Goku looks a lot better than Goku in the game. Like Goku's skin looks bad, but Ultra Instinct Goku's skin looks good.
all right, Fortnite.
Oh.
The most zoomer of us all.
Oh man, I remember there was a kid. He was like, "I want to play my Fortnite, mommy." That kid was like 8 years old, I think. That was funny as hell. He's probably smoking the dudes too, man.
Probably, yeah. Just
Oh,
cooking
man.
fools. Our next category here is least favorite game of 2022. This one, I don't know if it'll come into a shock for people, but Least of the Painful was mine. I played Least of the Painful for about 3 hours, I think, and I just couldn't get into it, even though I read a lot about it, that it's supposed to be really my kind of game, like narrative-driven, dark type of game. And I remember playing it and being like more distracted by just being uncomfortable with the setting and the story than enjoying the narrative itself. So I was like, man, I really didn't enjoy playing Least of the Painful. I didn't really particularly like the gameplay, which is, kind of like RPG, back and forth. And then the traversing was weird and the characters were weird. But I get what they were trying to do with Least of the Painful.
To be honest, yeah, you're right about
But
that.
I just didn't enjoy it. I really didn't enjoy it. And I normally really like games like this. But man, Least of the Painful, just not for me. Not for me. Pringle, yours is Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom.
Man,
What
that
is
game pissed me off, man. That game.
Did you
That
pay
game-
for it for one?
Yeah, I got it. So I got it at my local game store for dirt ass cheap though.
Okay.
And then I sold it to Org. So he got it now. he got the Monster Boy copy now.
Oh,
That
man.
game pissed me off because like I do like the Monster Boy series. They're old Sega Master System games. I do want to like they released like a really cheap $30 game of the compilation of all 4 games. They remastered the Cursed Kingdom like it's or like they remade it from one of the other Monster Boy games. I think like Monster Boy 3 or something. But like what they did with that game and like what I feel is that they did a lot of like asinine design. There's a lot of like there's a part in the game where everything is smooth and then like you get to a point where you get like to this volcano stage and it's like it's just it starts going downhill from there. The design of the game is just really bad. Like there's a lot of instant deaths, instant killings, having to go certain like large portions of the game. Some of the characters like the character can transform into other animals and stuff like that, and then you realize that you only 2 of them are really good, and then you're basically trying to get your human body back, and then you don't get it all the way till the end. Then that's where it's like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun, but then there's a lot of like really poorly designed monsters. The game felt like smoke and mirrors, man. A lot of people praised that game, and then I played it and I was like, no, there's legitimate problems with this game. These motherfuckers did not finish it. That's the problem. Like if you don't finish the game, it's smoke and mirrors, man. I didn't like that game at all. It was a Metroidvania game too, and I really loved that genre. But man, that game just was just so full of just time wasters. There was a boss in that game where it doesn't even tell you how to fight him. I had to find a guide, and then I was like, dude, that's still cryptic. even after
Oh
watching the
man.
video. So that game is just a lot of people will say it's good, but I think it's just smoke and mirrors. They just like the graphics. Like you know how it is with a lot of
Yeah.
certain games. People really like how they look, but it does a lot of smoke and mirror type stuff.
That's such a pet peeve of mine where like,
Yeah.
you know, not even just to be a hipster, but like sometimes you just happen to go against the grain where a lot of people like a certain thing and you're like, nah. And then they're like, no, you don't get it. Like, it's just like, no, I
Yeah,
do get it. Like, I just don't like it. And people will say like your opinion's wrong. It's like, no,
yeah.
dude, like I just
And
don't like the thing you do.
yeah, exactly. And I'll be honest, man. Like a lot of times, people try to be telling me maybe like, "Oh, it's too hard." I'm like, no game, none of these games ever been too hard for me. I can beat all of these games,
Hmm.
fine, perfectly fine. And like difficulty, it's always like there's a difference between like scale, like there's a difference between like scaling difficulty. Like you can either like it can either get ramped up or it can like go through stairs, in a way, so it can be slowly. But that game does like some weird, it just ramps up in certain parts of difficulty and you're just instant death. And then you know how it is sometimes with instant death, it's like you waste a lot of time going back and forth. So it definitely was one of those games where it's like, man, they bull crap me, man. I hate believing in people sometimes.
Yeah. I don't like the caveats too that certain people will give games or give anything.
Yeah.
Like I've had a bunch of people and I've gone back and forth with, random people, say, well, it's not until hour 5 that this game actually really
Yeah.
gets good. Or like if I'm reading like a manga, it's like, well, it's not really until you get to chapter 30, that's when the good stuff is. Like, I don't want to wait until that shit. Like I'm like
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you don't get it. It's like, no, I mean, I just don't like it, and you just can't accept that I don't like
Yeah,
it.
right. And I'll be like I don't give any game. I always criticize a game. I'll criticize even my most favorite games like Dragon Quest. I think I've said it in the past. Dragon Quest, was it 10? MC is like doesn't do anything. The story seems could be a little too long. Stuff like that. There's plenty of things I criticize on it. I definitely didn't like this game. It was fun. It was fine in the beginning, and then it really just started going downhill, man. And it just kept going downhill, and I was like, dude, this game is freaking annoying, man. That was
Damn.
such an
Did you beat
annoying
it?
ass game.
You finished
Yeah,
it?
I beat it too. Like I beat. I usually if it's that bad, I sometimes will try to beat it to see maybe it'll get better, but it did not.
Yeah. Rip.
Oh well.
Broken. This is by no surprise. Oh, never mind. I was reading your game of the year. Hold on, we'll get to that. Your least favorite game of 2022 is Mortal Shell. What? I've never heard of this game.
So
I mean,
Mortal
neither.
Shell is a how do I explain it? It's a Souls like.
It
Okay.
looks like it.
Yeah, it is a Souls like, and it is
Cheap Souls like.
it's not fun. Let's say
Yeah, it's a
that.
cheap ass Souls like. Man, I swear they try to copy that Soul style, and
Here's
there's a
the
way.
thing. I think I like Souls games when you have multiplayer because like I like
Uh,
Souls likes, they're fun, especially like solo. But like there's moments in the game where I'm just like I could use a friend. Let me just summon a friend. But like this game you can't summon a friend. Like I haven't even gotten past the starting area nor like the first boss. I was just like, no. This game's boring.
Right.
And like the thing is that like there's this cool mechanic where like you when you die, you don't really die. You like you get out of your shell and then you can go back into your shell, but then that's when you die for real for real. And then the main mechanic, which is you can harden your body, it wasn't really like going doing
It's
it
like
for
half
me.
bake.
You know, it's whatever.
Rip.
Wonder, is this a popular game? Do a lot of people like this? Is this the trend between all three of us?
What?
The one game everybody likes, and we're like, nah, that game sucks.
You
Well,
know,
I've never heard of Mortal
It's like
Mortal
it got
Shell.
good reviews.
you know
People
what's
like it.
sad?
Does it? Oh, okay.
You know what's
Yeah.
sad is that like when the game was announced, up until the game came out, everyone was talking about Mortal Shell. They're like, I can't wait for
Hmm.
Mortal Shell. This game's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the next game. And then
Oh, it
like,
got a 6.4 actually.
and I was
Most
like,
people.
If
It seems
Broken would
like
have
that.
said that about like what's the what's the Sony only Dark Souls?
Oh, Bloodborne, bro.
Yeah, if you said that about Bloodborne, that would have been a spicy take.
I would
But-
never say that about Bloodborne. Bloodborne is the greatest game known to man.
All right, where are we at here? Are we on the game of the year? Yes, we are.
Hey, there we go.
So our personal 2022 game of the year, man, this came out of nowhere for me. I could have put this on my surprise game of 2022 as well, but Death's Door. Dude, I love Death's Door. I thought it was such a good game. I 100%ed it. I played it front to back. It has like multiple endings. Not multiple endings, but it has like a secret ending after you beat the game. And it has got like more of like an expansion storyline, which I thought was really cool. Death's Door was, I thought, such a well-crafted game. The music in it, the combat in it, even the story was pretty good. The level design, I really enjoyed every minute playing Death's Door. I never got bored of that game. I just wanted, every time I stopped playing it, I was like, man, I want to play more. It's like a 20-hour game. I really enjoyed playing Death's Door. It was actually on one of the times we were talking about, we were doing our Take a Flyer segment, and it showed up in my email. And that's how I found out about it. And then I got it on sale, and I was like, man, I just paid $8 for this game. And it was like super fun. So, yeah, Death's Door. I can't say enough good things about that game. He plays a crow, you slash things, and he's got a grappling hook. I mean, it's so fun. It's a really fun game.
Does that mean that technically your hated game is there? It is. I saw it. Never mind.
We'll talk about that. But it's just a fun game. What were you gonna say?
Did you talk about this game before?
What?
I did.
Yeah, he talked a lot about
okay.
it.
I have, yeah.
Man, that's weird. I'm just now seeing the gameplay of it. I must be tuning you out or something.
Damn.
I'm just seeing the gameplay, and it's a top down. It's top down. I like those type of games.
Yeah.
Is it puzzle? Does it do puzzle?
Puzzle, a little bit of RPG elements in it, hack and slash. It's got everything, action mostly.
I'll look into that game. It's on the Switch, so maybe I'll try to cop that game. It looks pretty sick, actually. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's really fun. Definitely my game of the year for 2022.
Jeez.
Pringle, you put Etrian Odyssey 3 as your personal 2022 game of the year. Now, I don't know if that's actually your game of the year or just the one that you thought of in the moment.
It's probably right now at the moment my game of the year, because I know I really want to get back to it. I was enjoying the hell out of it. Etrian Odyssey games are all kind of the same. They're all just dungeon.
That's the one where you make your own map, right?
Yeah, you get to like. I love that. That's probably the one game where I've ever found that you can actually like. I think Persona Q maybe you could do that, but it's one of the few games where you can actually use the stylus to that level. Like that is a crazy level. So you get to do cartographing. That's something like that. You get to basically make the map. Yeah, there you go. You get to make the map as you go along, and I love doing that, man. It's so fun. And yeah, I played 1 and 2. Man, those are some hard ass games. Like those are some like they will destroy you type of games. Like it's the type. Yeah.
If you like Etrian Odyssey, look up Strangers in a Sword Coast. It's the same thing. It's just as hard too.
Strangers in the Sword Coast, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Is that an actual game?
Mm-hmm.
A sword?
Sword Coast, yes. Strangers in a Sword Coast. It's on Steam. You can get there's 2 games, and they're literally Etrian Odyssey.
I'm like Googling it. I'm not seeing anything, man.
Here,
sure that's a real game.
Well, in any case, Broken with his tangents. Your game of the year.
Yeah, I played. I haven't gotten too far into it, but when I was playing it, I've been thinking about just going back into it. But I'm playing like other games, and I'm like every time in my head, I'm like, I just want to go back into it, so then I can finish 3, and then I can get into 4, and I can get into Untold 1, which is a remake of 1, and then Untold 2, which is a remake of 2, and then I can get into the newer one, which was Nexus. Like 4 or 5 more games I gotta play.
Dang, that's a lot.
Stranger of Sword City.
My bad.
I thought you said Coast. Did you not say Coast?
Listen, Broken doesn't have the best track record when it comes to saying games names.
I swear, this man told me Coast.
My bad, everybody. Hey, it's on sale for 80% off. That is a deal.
Man, that's completely different from the Coast, man. That's the city.
That is
the curious case of Benedict Cumberbatch, whatever his name was. Remember whatever he said was.
Oh man.
Oh man, whatever that game was called.
That's pretty cool. Actually, it's like a first-person dungeon crawl. Yeah, I like those dungeon crawlers. I didn't think I would, but they're actually really fun. Pretty reminiscent of just Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Etrian Odyssey 3. Broken, this one's no surprise. You've been talking about this for a few weeks leading up to this podcast. Eastward is your game of the year.
I love Eastward. That game is awesome. I stuck. So I remember I told you guys that there was a moment where I took a break from the game because it was like depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I've been having depression, still technically do, but it did help me because I was like, you know what, I'm just in a rut right now. Let me just play the game. Let me just finish it, and like it was depressing as hell, like what they did, but like. Even the ending kind of depressed me, but I was just like, that was such a beautiful story. I wish more people would experience it. It is so captivating and good.
Very nice.
I can't give you guys enough praises about how good of a game that game is. It is. The music is good. The gameplay is good. Everything about it is good. I think the only thing I could say that like I really wish was a little bit better was like the cooking mini game. But other than that, like the game is solid.
I'm gonna play this game because I do have Eastward. I'm gonna play it and be like, nah, it's not as good.
Just crush his dreams. Just crush his dreams.
Crush his dreams.
Also, you know what is interesting about Eastward is that like. So you remember how I told you how I always search around the world and stuff like that? Like I'm a very like. Yeah. So I found a lot of like secret hidden quests and secret hidden things because I was just like, what if I just go here? Like there was a cutscene that the game doesn't even like send you off of that literally gives you the final like upgrade to like your abilities. And it was because I just went back and I was like, I just need to save. And I accidentally forgot what train was the train that has the save station in it. And like, I look at it and I was like, what the hell? There's a cutscene in here? I'm supposed to go into the final room and then there's like a cutscene. I just went back because I have to save. It's like I had to go to bed. It was like a huge cutscene. Like, it was awesome. There's a lot of cool moments like that in the game where it's like, if you just talk to people... Or if you go back during moments where, like, the game's telling you do this, if you go and check something out, like, you'll find some cool little story or some detail or something like that. It's really good.
Cool. Yeah, I know you really, really enjoyed that game while you were talking about it while playing it, so... I figured that would probably be somewhere in your list, and yeah, I got Game of the Year, so... Eastward, I got to get to that game eventually. There's so many games to play, man.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's tough.
I mean, I think about the amount of games I played this year, and maybe like 10 or so. I don't think I played very much games, man.
I'm probably around there, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say this: if you like old school Zelda, not Breath of the Wild, but if you like the top down, like old school dungeon crawling Zelda, you will love Eastward.
Cool. All right, 2 more categories to go here. Honorable mentions. Mine have a few games in there. Gris, I thought it was just beautiful it's like a platformer, puzzler, mostly narrative-driven walking sim. Really beautiful story through art. Limbo, I thought was really good. Again, same type of thing, a little darker. Fun puzzles, fun platforming. I thought Limbo was really good. Journey was really fun. Now, is Journey like as hyped up as they made it to be back when it won the Game of the Year in 2013 and all that? No, but I do think it's an experience, and I think it's a good one. It's a really good one. I thought it was fun, especially when you get like randoms, helping you out on your journey. I thought that's like the best part of the game. So hopefully people that play it with the randoms. River City Girls, which is a part of our review discussion. I really enjoyed playing that game. We'll talk about that more, but definitely an honorable mention for me. Maple Royals, you know me. I actually haven't been playing as much. It's been like a few months since I last played Royals.
Yeah.
But I sunk in a lot of hours in the beginning of the year playing Royals, maybe the mid part of the year. So yeah, I always go back to old school Maple. And then Them's Fighting Herds. Recently been getting back into that. Doing some salt mines with my friend, and then playing So Dallas. Not Dallas. Texas. Texas is out. I gotta buy Texas. Yeah.
Yo, Waco's in.
Whoa, Waco's in. Yo.
I gotta buy Texas and learn him a little bit. But I've been playing again. I'm playing Arizona, playing a little shanty, and then doing some salt mines with my buddy Snowflake. So that's always fun. So those are my honorable mentions. Pringle, you got a few here. Just talk to me about some of your. Well, I have to remind you the Shining Force one. But talk to me about your honorable mentions.
Oh, you had to remind me to talk about an honorable mention. Yeah, so you like East Memories of Salsita is like definitely up there. I don't know when I'll finish it. Like I really need to finish my Falcom games, which is like the Trails games, but they're long. East games are a lot shorter. They're like 20 hours max. So they're
Jesus
but
Christ, you just bought us East Origins. You're telling me I gotta take
East
20
Origins.
games?
Oh, you'll like East Origins. That's a sick ass game though, man. It's so sick though. You're gonna like it, man. Depending on who you pick too, because there's like a female swords woman, I guess, and then there's the male magician who shoots from a distance. You'll love East Origins. Is so sick, man. You'll like the game, trust me. But yeah, so Cita is pretty fun. I think I got a good amount of time in it, and I don't know when I'll finish it, but I was playing it maybe like last week for a little bit, so I was having fun playing it. I got Katamari Damacy reroll, which I don't think I played it that much, but I know I played it a little bit with my girlfriend because she mentioned that one to me earlier. It's like, you don't remember playing Katamari? And I was like, oh. But we definitely played every once in a while. It's so fun, man. Like, I want more Katamari games, man. Katamari is like, I remember I was watching this dude review the Katamari games, and he was like, Katamari is interesting because it's one of the few games that has creation and destruction the same instance when you think about it. So it's such a fun game. I wish they would make more of them. And then I was playing Shining Force, which is an old Genesis game, which is super fun actually. I don't know when I'll get back to it, but it was a pretty fun game. I kind of like it almost in a way a little bit more than Fire Emblem because it's a little bit more basic, especially with the newer Fire Emblems, which they're getting kind of like odd and so different. But I like how basic Shining Force is, and I'm pretty surprised at how fun it was. It's so basic. Like it was this is a bare bones fun game.
I was gonna say, I feel like Fire Emblem nowadays is just, hey, do you like your waifu? Don't let her die.
Yeah.
The game. It's like,
yeah, they did that. Mm-hmm.
Like they're leaning really into, do you love your husbando and your waifu? Well, they're gonna be on your team, but don't let them die. So I'm like,
yeah,
okay, what?
I would say that if there was another honorable mention that wasn't of this year and it was Fire Emblem, it would be Echoes, which was a 3DS game. And the reason why I like that one is because that one didn't do all that crap. It was basically a remake of the second Fire Emblem game, dude. And it was amazing. Dude, I love that game. That game was so sick. But then with a lot of the newer games, and one of the reasons why they're all going all waifu and husbando thing is because I think it was like Awakening and then like Fates, and they helped save them from bankruptcy. Now they're doing all that stuff because that kind of caught on. So I think the new one though is not gonna be like that. But yeah.
Well, the new one's about summoning past characters, I think.
Yeah. That's basically.
I don't know.
Broken.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about your honorable mentions.
I love Melty Blood Type Lumina. That game's awesome.
I never see him play it.
Damn. Call him out.
I play Melty Blood, okay, y'all? Jeez. I'm sick nasty with it when it comes with Tono, Shiki, okay?
Every time I look at Discord and I look to the right and I see Pringle's name, it always just says Destiny 2. I see no Melty. No, I'm kidding. I know you play Melty.
Yeah, I play Melty. I actually like the new female. What's her name? Ushi, whatever the hell. She's kind of fun because yeah, Samurai. She's kind of fun. She's like a Virgil, and a Virgil like character in the game. It's cool. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Wow, who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, that game's fun.
That game one day, man.
That game's sick. I love the music in it. I love the gameplay. I love the action.
I honestly thought that was going to win your game of the year.
Yeah, I haven't finished it yet. That's why I haven't.
Gotcha.
They're long games, dude. I want to go through all the Yakuza games, but they're long, dude.
Yeah, Eastward, I beat that game. That's why I put it in Game of the Year because I finished it. and I was like, that was a good game. But like Yakuza, I haven't finished yet. I think I'm almost done, considering where I am, but still. And then River City Girls was so fun to play. Like I get it that like we played it in remote play, so like there was some lag here and there, but it wasn't that noticeable.
It's
And
okay.
I love just the combinations of things that we can do. Like it was kind of sick how like you would throw somebody and I would catch them. I'd throw
Mm.
somebody, you'd like kick them across the screen. Like I think honestly, what needs to happen is that we all three need to play the new one. Well, not right now. It came out, but I'd say like when it goes on sale or
Yeah,
like after some
sale,
time
yeah.
has settled, that we all
Sale. That's my word.
That's your
sale.
word. Yep.
Because I think what's cool about it is that like the second game actually you can play as like a lot of characters. Like you could play as Makoto and Kiriko. You can play as Kudio and Ricky. You can play as this new grappler chick and this like new speedster character. And also Kunio and Ricky actually are like different character archetypes now. So
Mm.
Kunio is a speedster and Ricky is like a powerhouse. Like he's slow, but he's like a brawler.
Mm.
I think that's kind of cool. Also,
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get to that game eventually.
if you beat the game, you can actually hire Soul Bad Guy and Jam Crowderberry.
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty neat.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, and
What's her name is there too, isn't it? Ramlethal?
no, Ramlethal's not in it. But
She's not in.
no,
Thought I saw a
it's
screenshot. Maybe
just
somebody photoshopped.
yeah, it's just Jam and Soul. But Jam's design is really cool. I like Soul's design too, but like I really like Jam's design. It was like a really nice like they what they did was they made them have street designs,
Mhm.
really cool looks.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a huge Jam simp, so probably that's why I liked it. Also, it's the first time Jam has an English voice actress, and since this is published by Arc System Works, we probably just heard what Jam's voice actress in English will sound like. So
Cool. And then lastly, put Chaos Code on here for your last honorable mention.
yeah, I love Chaos Code. I was, it's funny. I was actually just like looking for music to listen to, and I was just like, Chaos Code had some good music. Let me listen to
It does
Chaos
have some
Code.
good tracks. Yeah.
And I was just like, oh man, I love Chaos Code again.
Yep.
The music in Chaos Code's great. The gameplay is great. Honestly, I was thinking about like one day making a video like Project L, like how to get into Project L from a League of Legends player, and I was thinking about like just using Chaos Code music in the background while I talk about like mechanics of how to play fighting games and like the similarities. Like if you're a League of Legends player, what you can do to like train while playing League of Legends for Project L.
Cool. Final category here is the dishonorable mentions, the womp womp category. Mine, I don't. It's kind of harsh to say dishonorable, but I put Inside, which is made by the same people that made Limbo. I think Inside's a fine game, but it's just at the ending for it was I was like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, what? So I remember giving me that feeling at the end. I was like, oh, that was weird. The Unfinished Swan. I usually really like walking sims, but man, I didn't enjoy the Unfinished Swan. I was just like, just finish this fucking thing. So, and it's only like a 3-hour game, but I was like, just struggle busting through it. But yeah, it's whatever. Lost Ark. I only played it because my buddy King loves MMOs, so I played it with him for a second. I was like, I don't like this. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't like playing MMOs that way. So I didn't have a lot of fun with that. Titan Souls I played Titan Souls because
We talked about that one. Yeah.
yeah, because I love Death's Door, made by the same developer. Titan Souls is the prequel to Death's Door. I think Titan Souls is trash. And then Maple Story, I tried New Maple like months ago just to see like, okay, how is this? And I was like, I played like legit 7 minutes, I think, and I was like, nope, like no thanks,
Yeah, man.
I'm good. So those are the games I just didn't connect with in 2022.
That's a quick in and out.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't do it. Like once I I remember launching MapleStory and seeing the 50 characters or 50 classes, and I was like, "Peace, dude. I'm not doing all that."
It's such an amount. It's so nasty.
It's crazy. It's too many. Too many.
I'm playing like a lot of them now, and I'm like, there's a lot that I don't like, and then there's like that. In the end, I just like them to be basic, like the Explorer class.
I love the Explorers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pringle, you got one game here, dishonorable mention, but man, you could write a dissertation on this thing. Kingdom Hearts 3.
That game, it was bad, but like, what makes it so? It's just, man, it's just
keep it a break. Just keep it a break. Just tell us. Just talk to us.
Yeah, it's just bad, man. And like, I think one of the things that makes me upset about the game is that there's so many things that could easily have made it better. But even just the gameplay, like this dude Sora can, like the main character, this dude can just fight in the air forever, and I hate that. This motherfucker never lands, man. It's just.
You don't like the joy of air combat?
Oh, I don't like. I am one of those few people that hate the joy of air combat because it's like there's nothing punishing you in the air when you can do everything in the air. This dude can do everything in the air. There's nothing punishing. There's no strategy. I feel like it's just like there's so many times where I would and this is the hardest difficulty outside of like off-screen death would happen a lot. I would just be holding smashing. This motherfucker just freaking. He just zooms over to the enemy and he just starts attacking, and all I had to do is press X. It's not as good as the second one. The second one just takes it.
What's the consensus as far as the people that like Kingdom Hearts? They hate the game.
A lot of people don't like it. There's some people that say they're
like apologists.
in a comparison to like Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 2 is like game of the year material. It's such an amazing game. But 3, it's like doo-doo, man. Like straight doo-doo butter. Booty, butt, cheeks, man.
Dang. Well, there you have it. Yeah, from the horse's mouth. Dishonorable mentions for Broken. You got 3 games here. You don't like Raft? My buddy loves Raft.
Raft? I've never heard of that before.
It's a survival game.
I get so bored easily in survival, like, crafting games. Like, every crafting survival game just, like, snooze fest if I'm by myself. Like, I have to play with somebody. And even then, I'm just snoozing along. I'm just like, all right, cool, let me go gather materials.
Yeah.
Well, there's an enemy? Okay, cool.
I mean, if you're playing with somebody, that's not bad. I mean, I like Don't Starve Together. That's fun.
That's a fun game, though. I had a lot of fun playing that with friends, but it's been so much simpler. That might be why.
Could be.
I don't know. I get the appeal of those games, but, like, I guess I'm just too much of, like, a boomer-ass player, because, like,
you don't like building Fortnite, man. You a boomer. You a boomer.
No, he's a zoomer. He likes building.
Oh, yeah. Zoom. Oh, you do.
I don't build. I just don't
JJ
build.
that don't like the building.
Yeah, JJ's the boomer.
I just don't like building.
So Raft, 7 Days to Die, and Minecraft. Yeah, those are all just kind of survival.
Crafting games. Just
crafting games,
I don't really like Minecraft, though. It seems so boring. Compared to, like, there's no objective. It's just one of those boring games. But, man, I do make a lot of money on that game, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He sure did.
Well,
He sure done.
I guess this is a good place to stop for now.
Yes. Let's take a short break because we got a pretty long thing we got to read. Yeah. Game of the Wars and all that.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say something. I feel like sometimes I enjoy talking more about games than actually playing them. Like, I want to play. There's so many games I'm like, yeah, I want to play it. And then I just get on Steam and I'm like, I'm just going to play some Rivals. I'm just eating my freaking McDonald's over here.
Mm-hmm. I've done that too.
You know, it's funny you say that. There's a lot of people that are like, I like watching people talk about video games and watching, like, people, like, announce video games and play them, but, like, I haven't been enjoying playing video games. Like, your discussion about video games is actually, like, the top thing now. It's like, people are talking about how gaming is not fun anymore, and I'm like, well, maybe if you get off of AAA and you play like AAA first-person shooting games and you try any genre of games, you'd have fun. Like, I don't know, everybody that says that like they don't enjoy first-person shooter games just needs to go play Ultra Kill.
I would also say that I think what helps too is mixing up those indie games in there that are short indie games. You can kind of quick fire through them relatively fast, and it helps give you a fresh experience. Play all these JRPGs, and man, they long, dog. Like that's sometimes my problem with them. Like it shouldn't be more than 50, 40 hours. I'm still in that camp of like 30, 20. That's a sweet spot, man. Like I don't think you got to be that much longer. Like I played like one of my favorite games. It's still long, but like Crosscode is relatively long. I expected it to be long, but there's definitely a lot of games that they just don't got to be that long, man. Like you got Chrono Trigger. I don't think Earthbound was that long, and Earthbound was great. So
Omori, 25
yeah,
hours.
Mori had that. It literally had that sweet spot of length of a game. Like I could beat that game, and when it's shorter like that, I'm more inclined to finishing it. It's much easier to do. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, when you become boomer, you don't have as much time to play these games. Right?
Exactly. That's what some people don't get. It's like, yeah, I could spend time, like I could spend the next, I don't know, 2 months trying to finish this game, playing it little by little. But that's like one game in the span of 2 months. Sure, it'll be fun, but you want to try different things. It's like when you don't have that much time, or you want to allocate your time in different ways, man. You're a grown ass adult, man. You don't want to spend
Right.
70, 80 hours playing one game. Unless
try
you really
162 on
yeah, I know.
Royals.
Persona 5. It's literally one of the longest games out there, right next to
I
think
mean,
it beats Dragon Quest 7.
If you guys want to talk about hours played on a game, like, let me go and pull up.
Main story. Hold up, main story. No other side quest, all that. I'm just talking main story.
Okay.
If we talk about a game with just main story, Persona 5 is one of the longest games out there, right next to like Dragon Quest 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect my time.
Yeah, because I know a lot of games can be long, but that's because they have a lot of bonus content and they have a lot of side stuff. Main story-wise, Persona 5 is one of the longest games out there.
Yeah. Yep. Some dog water. Anyway, let's respect people's time, and we'll take a short break. We got a long segment to get through. We'll go recharge our batteries, get some water. We'll be right back. Gonna refill this thing.
Did you know IGN has done it again? Top 10 fighting games.
Oh boy, I gotta use the bathroom though. I'll be right back, man.
Huh. Alrighty then. I'm gonna do this.
Man. You flipped the Pokemon. I like it.
She's there in spirit, boys.
Yep, she has been flipped. She has returned.
So we're waiting on Pringle to come back from the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh snap! That story. So I don't know how to drive a stick shift car. Okay, let me.
I don't know anybody that does anymore.
I mean, I kind of know. Like, I know what I'm supposed to do. I just don't know how to do it comfortably. How about that?
Clutch is stupid. I think Clutch is a stupid system.
Someone actually told me because I think it was so this girl said that she was she's a cosplayer, and so she was like, so my taxi driver's watching Rick and Morty while driving us, and I'm terrified. And I was like, I do the same thing when I watch when I'm driving. I just watch TV because like I don't like the monotony of driving. And they're like, if you don't like the monotony of driving, you should drive stick shift because you're always constantly doing something.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe, but like, so here's the
And
story.
I would not watch stuff when you're driving. What did I walk into?
Anyway, so
Scary
here's
as
the
hell,
story.
man.
Here's the story. Okay. So what happened was that when I was in the military, used to be the DD all the time. Right? I used to always be the DD. So I told my friends, "Fuck you guys! I want to drink this time, right, at the bar." So they're like, yeah, go ahead. You can drink. We'll drive you. All right, we'll drive, or I'll drive. You guys drink, and Tamir can drink too, right? So, I go to the bar. I'm 2 beers in. I'm having a good time. I'm a very lightweight person, so 2 beers has already got me really buzzed. All of a sudden, one of my friends is like, "Hey, how fast can you sober up?" I was like, "In an hour? Why?" And he points me to the DD, and the DD is passed out at the bar, drunk as hell. Now, fun fact. The DD had a manual shift car and drove us in his manual shift car.
Man.
So, I quickly learned how to drive stick shift to get us home.
Nice.
And Pringle, you may attest to this. When you go to the barracks, you have to stop by the police to, get the checkpoint, right? Like you can't just drive into base. Like they have to like check you.
Yeah, they gotta check your ID and they gotta check you. It's because of the military, the MP guys, military police.
Yep.
Back in base,
So,
yeah.
I get to the checkpoint and I stall the car right on the checkpoint.
Yeah.
They were not happy because it was late at night.
Man.
And they were just not having it. They're like, "Everyone get out of the car now."
Dude, that happened to a buddy of mine. He's taking me, this is in high school. This guy's giving me a ride back home, and he just got his license, and he's got a stick shift. And he's pulling out of the parking space. And this is when, school's out, so there's a bunch of people in the parking lot trying to leave the parking lot. And he's pulling out, and he's with a stick shift, and he kills it. And he's like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "I'm so embarrassed because like there's a bunch of people just waiting on him." He killed the car.
Your ass up, man.
Bro, you have to start it again in the middle of the parking lot. He was
man.
quite embarrassed.
Oh yeah. Well, Pringle, what about you? You got a funny story?
About what exactly? I got plenty of stories, plenty of funny ones. Funny ones that I can make funny.
Oh, okay.
But what were y'all talking about though?
He just started talking about his stick shift story.
Oh man, yeah. No, let's see if I can think of something off the top of my head. Well, I had a story, but it's not really funny. Well, it's funny to me, but I didn't know it was a bad thing. It was since you just mentioned barracks, I could think of so when I first got into a boot camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the Marine Corps, it's a kind of weird. It's weird. They have like a lot of traditions, and those traditions are very weird. You first get in on the bus to get to the island or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They tell you, what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to do this. Like, all right, everyone, put your heads down. You're like, and the lights of the bus turn off, and then you just drive somewhere. And then the people they put their heads down, like, put your damn heads down. I'm like, oh. And you just put your head back down. It's the weirdest thing ever. And then 5 minutes later, some dude comes in, he starts screaming, get the fuck off the bus. And you're like, oh, you start running out. Everybody's running out the bus. They get you clothes. They do this, they do that. And then you have to, it's like someone just if you were if you knew, if you heard this story and someone told you, you would sound like you got kidnapped, man. Because right then you get to the point where you use the phone. When you get to the phone, it's like, "Hi, sir or ma'am. This is me, Louis Pringle. If you are my father or mother, I am now in boot camp, Paris Island, South Carolina. Jesus. I am now currently training. Goodbye." Click. And if they don't pick up, you're screwed.
Yeah,
dude, that was such a weird experience, man. And so one thing that happened, and I think this was like a weekend, and I heard that this wasn't normal. Everyone was in the shower. You got like 70 dudes in this big old shower room, right? And the guy that was on like the drill instructor at the time, yo man, the guy, I really thought this was like all part of it all. I didn't know. The guy started having to squat bare ass naked in the shower. And he was like, yeah, now go down, now go up, now go down, now go up. Now you got 5 seconds, 6 seconds, 4 seconds. Dude, I didn't know, but like, I thought that was the training. I was like, this training is freaking weird, man. It's nuts. And like, we were all like, if we could say anything about it that night, we were just like, yo, that was kind of weird, right? And I was like, yeah, that was weird. Then fast forward about like 2 or 3 weeks, man, they put a sexual assault or sexual harassment case on this dude, and that was he basically was sexually harassing us. We weren't supposed to be in the shower naked, squatting up and down. This dude basically lost his job afterwards, man. There was a whole case on it, man. Yo, that was weird. Yo, because I got pushed into a room. They got pulled me in a room. I was like, I just do. And they're like, sit down, crew.
Squats,
like,
everybody.
Yeah. And they was like, did you know that you basically got sexually assaulted or harassed? I mean, and it was like, oh, I thought that was part of the training. And then they basically had this what's the word? They had an investigation going on the guy, and he lost his job, man. And, that was like the weirdest thing ever. But basically, yeah, we're not supposed to be doing things like that when we're showering. We're supposed to just go in there, shower, and come out. No squats, no exercises. That's like some form of hazing with some form of sexual harassment. There's a big thing on sexual harassment with the military because it's just a bunch of dudes, man, and they're gross. So all that testosterone, man.
I mean, it's a fun fact. I actually during boot camp, our guy was so angry at us that he literally threw chairs at us.
I've heard of that, man. I heard of stories of like one of them like biting the ear off of some dude in there, and I was like, what? Like, hey, you never bit my ear off, man. You Mike Tyson your ass, man. So I don't know, man. It was pretty weird, but that's the one I could think of the top of my head. It was just funny because I was like confused. I thought this was all like they've been throwing random ass things at you for the longest, and you're like, I don't know what's going on, and you're pretty much depressed because you don't know what's going on, and you can't go back home. You're just like, okay, and then dude just had us squatting in the shower. I was like, yo, I gotta get my workout in, man.
I gotta get it in.
I gotta be a Marine, man. I gotta squat butt ass naked in the shower.
It's nuts.
With 70 other men.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was weird, man.
Yeah, I don't have any stories like that, thankfully.
Oh man, I'm glad you don't, man.
Right. Something did happen. This is Missouri. Like this is redneck city right here. Like this, they're not progressive in St. Louis.
Hell no, man.
This happened maybe like right before I went on vacation. I went to the store, and there's it's called Schnucks. It's like a local chain here that we have. Anyway, I'm at the cashier. They don't have self-checkout, but I'm at the cashier, and then there's this guy in front of me, like good old Missouri boy. Just picture him, like older dude, probably probably like farmer kind of guy or whatever he's doing, but they got coveralls on, like he's got the beard, definitely owns guns, like that kind of guy.
Oh, man.
And he's there with his like probably grandkid, I would assume, and his grandkid's like running around, and so I put like the little separator thing, because he's almost done checking, and I'm putting the stuff on the belt, and the cashier is it's a woman, but like pink purplish hair, piercings. She looks, whatever. She looks like one of those that I could have imagined she probably goes by a different pronoun, but dude, this shit happened, and I couldn't stop laughing. Like I had to like turn back to like laugh quietly, but the little kid is running around. He's kind of running amok, right? And like she's trying to like put the stuff and like register him, and the kid like takes something from the belt and just starts like running around. So the guy says like he had like a Snickers bar or like I don't know what he had. He's like, hey, give that to the lady. And the cashier was like, "Sir, I don't identify as a woman." And I swear to God, without batting an eye, he's like, "Well, I identify as you as a woman." And I was like, "Bro, I couldn't fucking stop laughing. I had to turn around. I was like, that is so Missouri, like so."
Said, "You are a woman to me."
Like, well, I identify you as a woman. And I was like,
Dude.
bro, like let's just say the cash register line is not the place where we're looking for pronouns.
Yeah, man.
Not in Missouri. Like if this was
man.
San Francisco, I'd be like, okay, fine.
Yeah. San Francisco, they have that whole.
Bro, in St. Louis, Missouri? What, are you kidding me?
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. When I was out there in San Francisco, I have never seen so many Teslas in my life, dude. There is so many Teslas out there, dude. I saw Teslas parked back to back.
Damn.
Oh, wow. Yeah, man. Teslas are expensive as hell, too.
Yeah.
People got money, man. Those people got money. You need to come down to Oregon, man. Oregon is great, I think. It's a much better medium between, there's Oregon, Washington, and Colorado. I think those are the better spots out there. Stay away from California, of course.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go to California.
California, dude.
Taxes alone would be crazy.
Yeah, man. I'd say stay away from Texas, but my man over there lived there. But stay away from Texas.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Good old Waco. All right, I'll clap this up. Do you see that link? So if you need the link, if you want to watch any of the trailers for what games we talk about, you can. There's not too much in here, I don't think, that we'll talk about in length.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Alrighty, we're back. I know, you couldn't hear the clap. It's okay, Broken. I swear to God, I haven't. We're back. We have, we normally do news and topics and all that, but honestly, this is just going to be one big old recap for the Game Awards. And we're not going to discuss every single game or announcement that we saw at the Game Awards at length because we simply don't have the time for it. But the games that are interesting, so I think I told you guys in the pre-show, is like, hey, if once I'm reading this and you are interested in talking about more of this, just stop me. Be like, hey, actually, I really like this game and I want to talk about it. So please don't be afraid to let me know. So recapping the Game Awards, let's start with the awards first, and then we'll go to the announcements. I only picked up a few of these awards just because I thought they were interesting. So Best Independent Game, Stray, the cat game, won it. And I think it also won like Best Indie Game, which was strange. Because I think there were more deserving indie games. But anyway, I don't think they were nominated. But Stray won Best Independent Game. Best Performance was Christopher Judge. The only reason I added this, he's the God of War guy, main lead for God of War Ragnarok. The only reason I added this is because, dude, his speech was 25 minutes long. Did you see how long his speech was?
Damn, really?
Dude, it was so long. Like, people were like, bro, wrap it up. Like, this is taking forever. It was, he thanked everybody and their mother. And, yeah, it was quite lengthy. Best Action was Bayonetta 3. I was like, wow, dude, Bayonetta 3 won an award after the whole debacle that was with the voice actress and everything. I was like, man, I'm a little surprised, but Bayonetta 3 won Best Action Game. Best Fighting Game. I was rooting for Sifu. I really wanted Sifu to win.
You're not the only FGC head that was rooting for Sifu. There's a lot of
that dude.
FGC
You a
heads.
goddamn traitor. You're a goddamn traitor. It's like, yo, it's like you're with your friends. Oh yeah, man. I hope Multiverse is doing it. And then you turn around, man. I hope Sifu wins. These dudes, man. I hate them.
Bro, I wanted Sifu to win over KOF 14, over Melty Blood, over all.
What was last year's like whack game? Like
it was.
I think there's a Naruto game in there, man.
Yeah, there was a Naruto game in there, but last year Warner Brothers won with Mortal Kombat 11, and then this year Warner Brothers won with Multiverses.
No.
They win those awards all the time.
No, Guilty Gear Strive won last year.
Oh, was that last year? Maybe 2020 WB won again.
You know, my man had tabs on that. He was like, yo, no.
Yeah. Strive.
Strive.
Oh, that's right. Last year was like Strive and Melty. Mm-hmm. This year was KOF. And what else? What proper fighting game was on there? I don't remember. But anyway,
only KOF, man.
DNF Duel.
Oh yeah, DNF, but everybody.
DNF Duel. But yeah, no. Multiverse is one. No surprise there. And then Game of the Year, Elden Ring. Yeah, I guess, right? Like, you would, I mean, for a game award show like this, yeah, Elden Ring is going to win.
Yeah, a lot of people
Probably.
love that game, man.
Yeah.
I not too into Souls games, but I know a lot of people liked it. I do want to say one thing for Stray, though. I will say I think Stray won because it's a cat, but I kind of wanted to get my girlfriend to play that. I'm not really interested that much, but I know she probably maybe she'll like it. But it looks fun. I don't really
Atmospheric for sure.
Yeah. Did you try it out or you just
No,
seen
but
it?
it's interesting. I'm not a cat guy, but I like games like that.
No, I
So
don't really like cats.
So that's what it was.
if that was a dog, I would have bought that yesterday.
Yo.
All right, so last year's whack game of fighting game was Demon Slayer.
Oh, I was gonna say, was it My Hero? I thought that was it, but maybe that was the year
It
before.
was Demon Slayer.
One of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer. Oh, okay. Yeah, Bayonetta 3 doesn't surprise me too much. More so just because of Platinum makes the action stuff pretty well. They make. I mean, Bayonetta 2 is mad fun for me, action wise, gameplay wise. I don't really care too much about the God of War series.
I swear,
I still haven't even played Multiverses, man.
I swear
Same.
when multi-kill or not multi-kill, when Ultra Kill finally finishes being a game, like when they finally finish Ultra Kill, I swear that game is gonna win like Game of the Year or like best action game or something, because that game is insane. That game is like crack cocaine for action players.
I don't know. I think some of these awards are rigged, and by some I mean all of them.
All of them.
Right.
You're right.
I'm just saying.
What was in the category of Game of the Year though?
That was God of War, which everyone thought was going to win because God of War kept
Yeah.
winning every freaking award. Elden Ring,
I don't think
which
it's that
actually
great
won.
from what I've seen. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one game that was like kind of out of the blue that was nominated, I think. But I don't know. I think it's kind of like the Oscars. You already know who's probably going to win the Oscars, but you still got people showing up to their nominations because that's what you do.
Oh, I see them. It was Stray, Plague Tale, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War, Elden Ring, and Xenoblade. It's pretty cool.
Wow.
Xenoblade was up there as a nominee. That's pretty cool.
Xenoblade's a game that like people like. Like I don't have a Switch, so I can't really.
A lot of people really loved that. I mean, a lot of people said Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is, it was amazing. Like, Org said he really liked it. A lot of people love that one. But it's also like, I don't think that would win. I just think that it was cool, nominated.
Yep.
It's a JRPG. Unless you're Persona 5, you ain't winning squat.
I hear though that the Xenoblade Chronicles series has a problem with the UI. Like you have to love Xenoblade to get used to the UI because it is hella whack.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of kind of like an MMO in a lot of instances. It's a different style of game, I would say. It's not like turn based. It really is kind of like an MMO.
But yeah, those are the awards. Elden Ring won Game of the Year. Now we got the announcements. We got a bunch of them. Again, stop me if you see anything interesting here. So to start here, Dead Cells return to Castlevania DLC. Dead Cells been killing it lately with a lot of DLC from multiple different other indie games. So this is Castlevania-inspired weapons, skins, bosses, and added story coming to Dead Cells in the first quarter of 2023. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
Hades 2 is the sequel to the critically acclaimed roguelike dungeon crawler that's coming out sometime in 2023, made by Supergiant. So think Bastion, think Transistor, obviously Hades. I played a little Hades. That was cool. I haven't finished it. Fun. Death Stranding 2, sequel to the Hideo Kojima-led narrative-driven open-world walking simulator. No date. TBA. Sometime.
I think the reason they announced this game, if I remember the controversy about it, was the fact that what's his name? The guy who's the Walking Dead actor.
Daryl from The Walking Dead, yeah.
Yeah, apparently he leaked that the game was coming out because, like, voice actors for movies and TV shows don't know how long it takes for a video game to come out. So like he did his thing, and then like I guess he was like, "Hey guys," I guess he waited, but like he thought he was waiting for a movie or TV show because he waited like 2 years or something, and he was like, "Hey guys, I voiced this character in this game," and then Hideo Kojima was like, "Yeah, you're such a funny guy," and then I guess he's just trying to getting ahead of the controversy. Like, okay, yeah, the rumors are true; it's coming out.
I'm a little surprised that we're getting a sequel to that game because it wasn't that game like super polarizing. Like I thought a lot of people did not like it. They called it like an Amazon package delivery simulator.
I don't understand
it
that
is, but
either.
Apparently a lot of it's one of those games where either you like it or you don't. That's what it was. People said it was either you like it or you don't.
I don't know. Every time I look at that game, it looks very weird. You're literally just third person point of view carrying packages one place to another, and a lot of people said it was just really weird. It's
with like a baby engine, a fetus engine, or whatever that is.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't. It's not. It doesn't like. It looks weird, but it doesn't look weird fun like
also,
story games.
You had to piss.
Yeah.
Apparently, if you piss in the demon puddle or whatever the hell it is, you disassociate it or whatever. Like that's how you dispel the bad puddle. Is you piss in it. I was like, okay, that's a mechanic right there.
Yeah,
that's a weird game. Definitely a weird one.
It doesn't look as fun as like the Swery titles like Deadly Premonition and those weird ass games that I know are just like it's weird, but I think I'm gonna have fun with it.
I heard Swery and Suda51 are making a dream game, and
I cannot wait. So weird, dude.
I cannot wait for those two to make a beautiful, complicated. What the fuck is this game?
They're gonna make the you guys seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Yeah.
They're gonna make a neat. Why can't you kill me at work?
Right. Fucked up. That's fucked up.
Oh.
They're gonna make.
But yeah, Death Stranding too. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna play it. I didn't play the first one. I watched the Donkey review for the first one, and he hated it.
That was funny. Yeah, I will wait for that Donkey review because I don't want to be a mailman. This is terrible. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Yeah.
All right. Transformers Reactivate.
Oh no, you didn't skip Hades. My bad.
No. Transformers Reactivate is a 1-4 online action game, mech shooter from the looks of it. TBA on release, but there is a beta coming in 2023.
I don't know about this game. I mean, I guess it's a cool game. We'll see.
Yeah. We didn't see much gameplay. We just saw those, like, probably a mecha. I don't know.
You know what game I didn't see any trailer for, and I'm still upset because I'm like, I want to see what they do. You remember that game I told you guys about, which was the Pinocchio, like, live.
Yeah, I was thinking you were gonna say that one. Yeah.
I still want to see gameplay of Liza. Not gameplay. Like, I want to see them make Liza P. Like a new trailer or something, because they released a trailer. They said new release trailer for Liza P, and I looked at it and I was like, this is literally the same trailer you posted a long ass time ago, and everyone's all like hyped about it because there's nothing for it. Yeah.
Soon TM.
TM.
Immortals of Avium. Single player magic shooter set in a new original world. TBA. 2023. Sometime in 2023. This one didn't look bad. Immortals of Avium. I mean, it's tough. You got to see more with stuff like that. But from what I saw, a little bit of the gameplay that they showed, just a vertical slice there with that trailer. Not bad. I might be interested. We'll see. This next one, though, I'm much more interested. Unfortunately, though, I saw it's coming to Epic and not Steam. Lame.
But to Steam at some point.
Eventually. But man, this actually looked neat. Crime Boss, Rocket City, a star-studded stealth action first-person shooter where players work to become leaders of a criminal underworld set in a fictional version of 90s Florida. March 28th, 2023 is the release date.
I saw
Michael Madsen is in it.
I saw like
Kim Basinger.
they got freaking what's his name?
Danny Trejo. Chuck Norris.
I was like, what
Chuck
the
Norris.
hell is this game? This game
Yeah.
has like a star-studded cast. What on earth is this?
I love Michael Madsen too, because Michael Madsen's in a lot of Tarantino movies like Reservoir Dogs and all those like Hateful Eight. So I always like Michael Madsen as an actor, but him being a crime boss, that's like perfect, right? Because that's like his character archetype whenever he plays in movies, like he's always in the crime and stuff like that. So
I honestly thought like when they were showing off all the people, I was like, at some point they're just gonna put what's his name? What's his name? The guy that was like in every Quentin Tarantino movie and all he does is say the motherfucker.
Samuel?
oh yeah, Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson. I was like,
Yeah.
at some point they're gonna say Samuel L. Jackson's in this movie.
He might have a
Yeah.
cameo. Who knows?
He did his Afro Samurai. It's pretty sick. Afro Samurai.
Yeah.
God, Afro Samurai is a classic. I wish I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. Hopefully, it comes to Steam, but probably it'll come like a year later to Steam because you know how Epic works. But yeah, I like how they put like a fictional version of '90s Florida, bro. They could be present day today Florida. You don't.
Not much change. I don't know.
No.
They love doing that too, though. Like
Yeah.
they like using older Florida.
Yeah. So that one piqued my interest. The next one also kind of piqued my interest. Hellboy: Web of Word. Is that how you say that? Roguelite action adventure with an original story created in partnership with Dark Horse Comics. No release date. Sometime in the future.
What's interesting about this game, Hellboy, is that they're going for something that you don't normally do in video games, but I get it. And they're like limiting the frames per second to like 19 or 18 to give it a comic book feel. And I wonder how that's going to work, because like I get the reason why they did it. It's to make it look more comic booky, but you only do that in movies. You don't really do that in video games. You know what I mean? Like you don't limit. Like I think the lowest you can technically make a video game is like 30, and people won't complain. But like 60 is normally like the standard.
Yeah. Yep. Interesting. I mean, I like Hellboy. I don't love Hellboy, but I like him enough to be interested in a game featuring him. You know, he's a cool character. I like it. You know what other comic book inspired game I'm really looking forward to is Wolf Among Us 2. I love Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, dude. I'm excited for that game.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. This one is a weird one. Bayonetta Origins Cereza of the Lost
Cereza,
Demon?
yeah.
Cereza?
Razor.
I guess that's her name before she became Bayonetta, so this is an action
That is
puzzle.
her name. It's just people. I think they still call her Bayonetta, but that is her name.
That is her name? Okay.
Yeah, I think I don't know, the lore in that game is freaking weird too, though.
Well, it is weird because so this is an action puzzle platformer.
Yeah.
It's set as a prequel to the Bayonetta series. You play as her before she became known as Bayonetta. This is out March 17th, 2023.
Hey, my
Why is she
birthday.
British? Hey yo.
Right.
Why is she British?
She's
Why
always
is she?
been British.
She's always been British?
She's
Yeah,
the,
she's always
the
been
literal reason she exists is because Hideki Kamiya says, "I like British women with glasses."
I guess I didn't really find her to be that British in the voice
always
acting.
been
Enough.
British.
Well,
never
she
not-
sounds
British.
way more British in this prequel than she does in the.
I mean, yeah, probably. Yeah.
I just love that was the thing that got you off guard was not the fact that this is a action platformer, but like
It's a weird.
gameplay.
like this
It's a weird
game
spin-off.
is not even
Yeah.
like anywhere close to the original gameplay, but like she's British.
Well, the British just hit me in the face. I was like, "Whoa, that's a lot of British." Maybe I just never really paid attention to Bayonetta like that.
I
But
just never
anyway,
really paid attention. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
British, dog.
On your birthday, Broken, March 17th.
Yep.
You gonna get it?
Nope. I don't have a Switch.
Ah, shit.
That only on Switch.
Yeah, it's gonna be only on
Yeah,
Switch because
yeah.
Bayonetta is a Switch exclusive.
Yeah, the first one was on PS3, but
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know why. The
because
second one was on Wii U, and then yeah.
that was because Nintendo bought the game because Platinum was
Mhm.
It
dying.
was not like Platinum was broke, right?
Yeah, Platinum was broke, and Nintendo was like, "All right, we'll buy Bayonetta off you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you make
Deals with the
dog water
devil.
games like Vanquish.
Right?
Vanquish wasn't bad. I liked it.
Remember the Platinum game that was supposed to come out on Xbox, Dragon something, and then got
Mhm.
canceled?
Mm.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Bayonetta Origins, that's coming out. Final Fantasy 16, this is a Japanese role-playing game. You play as a dude with long hair and fight monsters and demons.
Bro.
That description is fantastic.
With the run back, you play as a long dude, a tall dude with long black hair, and he uses swords. I guess there's some.
That's what I saw from the trailer. You play as a
It's
normal.
a story of revenge.
Bruh, this is every modern Final Fantasy trailer that I've seen. It's an anime dude with long hair, fights monsters and demons. I'm sorry, like it looks
really
the same.
Don't like the direction of like modern Final Fantasy though. It's so like it's getting so hyper realistic. I hate that. That's why I still love Dragon Quest because it still looks cartoony and fun.
You know what's funny is the fact that that the game is gonna play like Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's gonna play more like an action one now.
So
that's what they were leading on to though. They like drip feed the way they were taking away turn based, and it was like after Final Fantasy VII remake, they were probably like, yeah, it's time. No more of this crap no more. We got Dragon Quest if they want to take time.
Right.
Dragon Quest if they want to do that. Not Dragon Quest is gonna the new ones. The
take it
composer,
away.
the composer's dead too, so like that might be.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I heard he was a terrible person too.
I heard he was a dick though when it came with his music. Yeah, he was a dick, man. I'm not too much of a fan of what he did with the last one, where he was like really adamant of how he wanted the music to be. So that's why he made it all like MIDI and stuff. A lot of people didn't like it. I like the MIDI, but a lot of people didn't like it. Yeah, I don't know about Final Fantasy. I'm not that interested for it. It looked like whatever to me. The action looked cool, but like I just don't care about that action stuff that much. It is cool that the creator or the director of Final Fantasy 14, Yoshi P, is basically working on that. So it should be a really good game, but it'll probably be in some bargain bin sale after like a couple of months because it'll sell so well for some reason. Because it's Final Fantasy, so it'll sell well.
Be in the Walmart, you know how Walmart has those bins
like
in the middle.
Like the mother games, they don't even want to care no more. Like, if they rob it, whatever.
It's right next to the Blu-ray of like Step Brothers.
I hate that bin.
Blu-ray and the copy of Sims 3 moving out.
Yeah,
I hate that bin because every time I go into that bin, I'm just like, bro, what year am I in right now? I'm pulling out a CD disc drive of like.
Or we can pull out a VHS on that motherfucker.
Of StarCraft 2. I'm like, bro, what? Who even has a computer with a CD disc drive now?
Yeah, there's a 360 copy in there of a Halo ODST.
Yeah.
Brutal.
But yeah, I'm not too interested. Fantasy just isn't as interesting as it used to be anymore. After, I guess, like 9 or whatever, I just really stopped caring for it.
Yeah, I saw that trailer and I was like,
I will say they are kind of going back a little bit more to the roots of the fantastical elements of Final Fantasy with 16 compared to 15.
You say that, but everyone forgets what Heaven's Ward was because everyone was like, "Oh man, Heaven's Ward is a return to like what is it? A return to Final Fantasy 14 going into like medieval time with dragons and stuff." Yeah, and then at the end of Heaven's Ward, you literally go into a futuristic like city to stop a dragon from like, destroying the world, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah,
I really miss that about Fun. I feel like Final Fantasy kind of lost its soul, and that's like one of the biggest things about it. But I think 16 looks pretty promising. It looks pretty promising. I won't buy it though, but it looks good.
Yeah, we'll see. Coming out June 21st, 2023. I'm sure Broken will play it.
At some point in life.
Yeah, at some point. Now, this is a game I'm actually really interested in. Judas. This is the first project by Ken Levine, formerly known for the BioShock series. Judas is a supernatural sci-fi setting first-person action game coming out sometime. No date. Dude, I love Bioshock. I mean, that's how I got half of my name. So I love Bioshock 1, Infinite as well. Not as much as 1. 2 is whatever.
Yeah, man.
Everyone said that Infinite was like not as good as 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's kind of whack, man. I think 'cause,
2.
like, it's an escort mission the whole way through, and an escort that doesn't even die.
It's an escort mission where she actually does help you. Like
In a way that I hate it though, because she doesn't die. So it's like a lot of the time she just it's like basically walking with a crutch. Like,
Well,
here's some ammo. Where the hell did this ammo come out from? Here's some hot dogs. What the hell are you pulling out hot dogs? Here's some sandwiches. I'm like, what you in the trash can?
Here's a gun.
Here's a random ass gun. I'm like,
She's a scavenger.
Here's some cover. Here's a machine gun.
are you hiding? Nobody can shoot you. You're an invincible being.
Sure.
Give me my hot dogs, dumbass. Like that.
I don't know. I didn't mind Liz.
Elizabeth
She's okay.
was sick, but like I thought that the idea of Elizabeth was weird. Like she's your daughter. Oh, spoilers!
Well, oh god damn, Broken. I didn't see. Now I gotta bleep that. He cannot help himself. He cannot help himself. This fool will spoil everything. I knew he was gonna do it too.
How long has Bioshock Infinite been?
It's been 9 years, but still.
Oh my god! If you haven't played Bioshock Infinite,
Right, it doesn't matter. You just spoil the shit out of games. You just stop doing it.
Dude, I will say for that one in particular, that spoiler basically comes through a process because you got to get through the DLC to kind of know all that. So yes, one of the few times I'm like, you did kind of spoil it, though.
No, you don't. That literally comes in at the. That literally comes in at like the last.
Yeah, it does. I hated that ending. Thanks for reminding me. That ending was stupid, man. I hated that ending, man. And that final boss. Garbage. Oh, garbage.
Also, the ending kind of made no sense.
Yeah. Okay. Well, don't talk about it anymore. Don't talk about it anymore. You're cut off.
2013. That game came out in 2013.
Cut his mic. Cut his mic. You're cut off.
I still can't have Chrono Trigger spoiler. I'm killing somebody.
Bro. Anyway, Judas looks cool. It reminds me a little more of Bioshock 1 than as opposed to the other games. And I mean, I like what Ken Levine, has made previously. So, if it's more like System Shock 2, Bioshock 1, I'm down. So we'll see what happens. They've been dormant for a while. The next one on here is Armored Core Fires of Rubicon.
I love how you don't even try to attempt to say something. You're like...
The what?
Roman numerals, huh?
Well, initially I thought it was 4, but I was like, oh, it's 6. But then I got distracted by the 5. Well, I was like, what's a Rubicon? But anyway, what is this? A mecha-based vehicular combat game by From Software.
I can't wait for this gameplay to return, baby. Let's go. This is the optimal way to play Armored Core.
This is a podcast, Broken. They can't see you.
If they watch the video on YouTube.
They won't. Most people don't. Anyway, Broken was holding his controller in a weird way and spoiling games. All right.
Oh, no.
Anyway, it's a mech vehicular combat game from Software that I won't play.
Third-person shooter, basically, kind of thing.
But it's all about management.
Sounds exciting. Riveting. Earthblade. It's a 2D exploration action game. I can't believe you spoiled it. It's a 2D exploration action game in a seamless pixel art world made by the same team that made Celeste and Towerfall to be announced sometime in 2024.
Earthblade looks so good for me.
It looked good, yeah.
The moment I saw that, I was like, yo, this game looks sick! And then everyone was like, it's a game. That's a pixelated game. Okay, show the boss. I was like, bro, you don't enjoy these kind of games? These games are awesome. I guess everyone's just so used to the fact that every indie game is roguelike Metroidvania now.
For a second, I thought it was more Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I'd say, so I actually have been playing Celeste. I don't know if I mentioned that. The game's pretty fun. It's hard. I like it. Not hard in the context of like it's hard for me. It's hard in the context of it's a challenging game, but it's pretty.
Isn't there like a cheater mode, like a helper mode, right?
And assist mode that you can do. I don't know what that does. I don't touch that stuff, but pretty fun game so far. So, and I saw a little bit of it. That looks fun, man. That'll definitely be the $5.99 game or the $9.99 game. So, I'm there.
Yeah. Looks pretty neat. But 2024, yeah, this is way out. So,
I saw that too. I was like, dude, why even bother? I'm not.
yeah.
Forget all about that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that'd probably be in the next Game Awards. So,
Yeah.
see. Horizon Forbidden West Burning Shores. This is a DLC for Horizon Forbidden West coming out April 19th, 2023.
It looked like they were going to the USA.
Or are they?
I think so, because I think I saw Hollywood in it.
Hollywood sign?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've never played Horizon. I know the first one's on Steam now, but never got to that one. I heard mixed reviews. Some people like it, some people don't.
It's single-player Monster Hunter with mechs.
Oh, whack. Yeah. My buddy actually played it. He said he liked it, but he likes Monster Hunters. That actually makes sense now.
It was like Breath of the Wild or something like that.
I mean, it kind of is too. Like,
yeah.
The only thing I would be interested in, like, figuring out about Horizon, which I could do with a quick Google search, but the only reason why I would play it is I would want to know is, like, why are they primitive while there's mech dinosaurs?
they literally explained it.
Okay, well, don't spoil that too.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
Dude.
More Horizon. Call of the Mountain. This is a PlayStation VR game featuring the Horizon world. February 22nd, 2023.
This
You got a VR?
Yeah, I have a VR, but I don't have the VR2, which is probably what it's going to be on.
Oh.
This
Expensive.
right here was
Steam
the
did
most
awesome.
out of nowhere like game ever, and that is Crash Team Rumble. Did anyone see this coming out?
Man, but that one boy was like, "It's time to collect some Wumpa fruits, man."
I was like, what the hell is this game?
Yeah, so it's a Crash Bandicoot 4v4 online multiplayer game. I'm sure there's probably also local as well. Just from the little bit of the gameplay that we saw, or was it gameplay? I don't know what it was, but it looked like capture the flag, but instead of flags, it's fruit.
It looks esporty as hell.
It does. Sometime in 2023 is the release date. It looked kind of fun.
It's the new esports phenomena game that's gonna be like everyone's gonna watch it. You're gonna see on Twitch. It's gonna get like 3,000 viewers.
What's the game that was supposed to be that and never amounted to? You play as the monster, and then there's 4 people, like classes, like shooters. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know.
You can play as different monsters,
talking
like
about.
Godzilla.
It's
Or
Evolve.
Evolve, yeah. Remember Evolve? Maybe this is a cartoony version of Evolve,
I don't think
except
so.
without monsters.
I hope not.
Yeah, look cute. Well, I mean, Crash is cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Crash is cool.
Banishers Ghost of New Eden action RPG set in the haunted wilds of North America in 1695, to be announced in the fourth quarter of 2023. Listen, I'll just say this. It didn't look bad. I mean, we didn't see much from that trailer. But I'll say this. Games that are set in 1600s North America don't fare well. Actually, not even North America, like, because you also had The Order, which was actually, I guess that was 1886.
That was 1886. Yeah.
Yeah, but these games that go past the 1900s don't fare well. They don't do very good. So
Also,
good luck to this
America
game.
wasn't even founded or like a thing. Like, well, the USA. So this is basically like
Yeah,
Native Americans, not even like USA. So people are going to be like, "What the hell is this?"
it says North
my-
America, so it could be Canada, it could be Mexico.
Well, yeah, but Canada and Mexico weren't even a thing too, because Canada was made by French people. I guess Mexico is a thing, because wow,
Was it?
yeah,
I don't know.
I guess
1695. Anyway,
I don't remember
I didn't
my
see
history.
no gameplay, so
I don't remember my
Yeah.
history really well.
yeah, we'll see. It says, I mean, if it says it's releasing in the fourth quarter of 2023, it's got to be pretty close because it's 2023. It's knocking on the door. So you'd think the game would be pretty close to being done if you're going to release it this year. So TBD. After Us. This is a game that's more my speed. Environmental platformer set in a post-human Earth. Also, there's a dog soul, which is sick. She like sings or whatever, and the dog who's like just all bones, the soul comes out of it, and he starts barking, which is cool. Yeah, this one looked interesting. I mean, but you know me, I like these kind of games. So this is coming out the second quarter of 2023. Yeah, just walk around, jump around, do stuff. After Us. It sounds like a Jordan Peele movie, After Us.
It does, man. After Us.
Party Animals. This one was cute. A multiplayer co-op party brawler starring random cute animals sometime in 2023. This could be a Discord party game for us.
Could be.
Yeah. There's like a dinosaur and there's like a duck.
Yeah. Pretty funny. Like one I was like, let's play for an hour or two. So,
yeah. Looks fun. I like how they just went straight with the name. It's like Party Animals. Yeah. It's a party and there's animals. Let's call it Party Animals.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have thought? Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. This is the first major expansion for the sci-fi RPG Cyberpunk 2077, sometime in 2023. What's the final verdict on Cyberpunk? People like it, people hate it. What's going on with that game?
Actually, it's got a resurgence of people liking the game now. So people like it.
Did they fix it?
Yeah, they fixed it.
That might be why. Let's say fix it, because they had a lot of just.
It's not just that they fixed it; it's also the anime. The anime.
Oh yeah, right.
The anime did really good.
Because it was made by what? Who made that? Studio Trigger or something?
Studio Trigger. Which, speaking of, Trigger's making. Trigger picked up the anime that they always wanted to pick up for the longest time, which was Panty and Stocking.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they're making season 2.
Oh, that's freaking sick. And I think just another thing because I thought I was gonna say, are they picking up One Punch Man? But I remember that some other studios picking up One Punch Man.
Yeah, that's Mappa's bringing it back, or they're gonna do season 3.
Okay, gotcha.
Just read the manga; it's goated, the best.
Yeah, you got to do the one though. Like that's the best one.
That one's okay. That one's good, but like,
that's
I think the manga is superior, to be honest.
I love One's art style, man. It's just, oh man,
One's art style is so like.
It gets better too, which is cool.
Yeah, it's minimalistic to say the least.
Yeah, man.
I thought that nowadays, like the creator is where one is just the storyteller, like the story mangaka. He's not even like the artist.
Yeah, for the manga, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he does the.
He does the webcomic.
Webcomic, yeah.
Yeah. The next one here. What do we got? Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a third-person narrative-driven action-adventure game which picks up 5 years after the events of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
That game was
coming out
sick.
March 17th, 2023. Again, on your birthday.
Yep, that game was sick, and I'm actually buying this day one.
Oh my god, more Star Wars.
Here's the thing. I liked the original Star Wars, what was it, Jedi, or Fallen Jedi or something?
Fallen Order?
Fallen Order, yeah. I liked that game. That game was sick. I enjoyed it. It was very fun and all that jazz. And I'm excited for this one. Because what was interesting was that, like, unlike most those kind of, like, most games where it's like Souls-like, where it's all connected universe, what it was you go into your spacecraft and you go into different planets. And then each planet has, like, separate things. So it's like, it's not like all the levels are actually crafted well. They're not like, you know what I mean?
It's cool. I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I've never been a Star Wars kid. Like,
you don't have to be a Star Wars kid to like it. If you like action games, I highly suggest picking it up. But also, I like Souls-like games, as said my Steam thing. You remember how it said Souls-like?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, good for Star Wars fans, I guess. You know, they got a Star Wars game. Yeah, and I do think it's been a while, right? Since they got Fallen Order. How long? When was Fallen Order? Wasn't it like 2017?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
they'll never run out of games. That's for damn sure.
That's true.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Plenty of
they
lore.
got them Lego joints too, so if they want a spin-off series, they got them
Yeah.
too.
Yep. I know my buddy Snowflake can't wait for this one. Diablo 4. It's been a while. The fourth chapter of Blizzard's hellacious action RPG saga, June 6, 2023. So about 6 months from now.
I heard that
This
it's
looked
supposed
good.
to be like a return to Diablo 2 gameplay.
Yeah. It looked less of 3 and closer to 2 from what I saw. Just a modern take on 2. And I really like Diablo 2. I played it as a kid, and I was like, man, this game is sick. I haven't played it as an adult, but I might go back to Diablo 2 just for like a refresher. But 4 looks cool.
Oh man.
Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6.
I'll be like that dude. Next one.
Yeah.
You're not a Diablo fan, Bringo?
Oh, I've never actually played them, but I do want to give it a shot actually because they look fun. They look pretty fun.
Yeah.
Top down, I love top down gameplay. Just don't see it as much as you used to, but I love it. Now I feel like indies are the only ones touching top down.
Mm-hmm.
For AAA, all those other companies aren't really messing with it.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Unless I was playing Diablo 3 with friends, I literally passed out playing that game. I was just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, 3. But 3, I don't know. Commercialized almost.
I would say it's pretty cool that they're getting the actual game because what was that crap that they got fooled with? A goddamn bait and switch them with that mobile game. Yeah, that was grimy as hell, yeah.
Yep.
It's one of the most disliked videos on YouTube
Oh my
ever.
god, yeah, man. I missed the dislike button.
I know. Bring that shit back.
Hey.
It's still
All
there.
right.
You just can't see the number.
Yeah, I know. It's dumb.
Man.
Street Fighter 6. This is the next iteration of the Capcom Legacy fighting game franchise coming June 2nd, 2023. We got the trailer. Yeah. We got the trailer. We got some new characters. Who's the Italian girl, the big boxer? Marissa.
Marissa, yeah. I want to play Marissa.
We saw Marissa. Yeah, we saw Marissa. She's like the big bruiser. And I'll tell you what, like, so when I saw the trailer, yeah, DJ was in there. DJ looked sick. There was the, what's her name? Her name used to be like Mimi, right? Now it's Manon? Manon?
Manon.
Manon?
Manon. Yeah.
So visually, I thought she looked cool. But then I saw her gameplay. I was like, man, I actually like the way Marissa plays more. I was like, man, I might just play Marissa.
Like grapplers?
Yeah, but Marissa throws hands. You know me. I love hands. And I love when they're thrown.
Yeah, you're right. Although, I don't like the fact that Manon has she's a grappler with a vacuum and also a grapple point system where it's like the more she grabs you, the stronger her grabs get to the point where it's like, okay, well, now I don't want to get grabbed because I'm about to die.
Yeah. She's like the replacement of Abel, looks like. Street Fighter 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still not really that interested in it. I need to see. And I haven't seen any character I'm really down with, so that's what makes or break it with me in Street Fighter. I'm not gonna.
I will say
there's more coming.
I will say this: playing Street Fighter Beta 2, I like Jury, but I got bored.
Wait, you played the Beta 2? Oh, yeah. So you got in?
Yeah, I was in Beta 1.
I've worked with Capcom for over 15 years of my life. I deserve that code. I'm upset that you got that code aside of me, man.
I could have gave you my Steam account. I told you guys since Beta 1.
You don't get the joke, man?
Oh, yeah, I did. I was just going to say...
I don't care about that damn code, but it was just funny thinking about that.
Oh, my God. I remember the guy... I forget what it was. I think it was... it wasn't a Keto base. It was one of those Nihongo Gamer who, like, said...
Oh, bro.
Yeah, that's why I had to since you mentioned that. I was like, dude.
The Nihongo Gamer tweet is still rent-free in my
head. That dude was he's down bad. Like, come on, dude.
Think that pouring so much hours into a company, you would at least
that wasn't Nihongo Gamer, but that was
not even email.
That wasn't Nihongo Gamer, but like
I'm kind of sad now.
Yeah. That wasn't Nihongo Gamer who said that, but like, oh my god, that was so good. Oh.
Can't be a nice guy. I guess nice guys finish last.
Yeah, that was Nihongo Gamers. Oh!
Bro, that was a bad look. And he seems like a pretty chill dude, but man, I was like, bro, get off Twitter. What are you doing? Like, and he got his ass roasted too, which is exactly what happens with Twitter. There's no sympathy. Like, if you're gonna bitch on Twitter, you're gonna get it. Like, there's absolutely no sympathy from Twitter.
Nobody cares what you look like. It's the internet.
Bro, they got him good too.
He's a good
Anyway,
guy.
Street Fighter 6 looks
I
neat.
didn't know you got in beta too. That's pretty cool, bro.
Yeah, so if you got in the first beta, you automatically got in the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Is that?
Yeah.
That's weird. That's interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Yep, so he was lucky. I didn't get in. I didn't get in. I was 0 for 2 in betas. Mod pools.
I used to be good at getting in betas, but
I told you to
squat this
borrow
time
my
either.
Steam account to play it, but like you were always like, nah, that's fine. I'll wait.
Yeah, I'll wait. I mean, I'm not.
That much. That's why.
I'm in no hurry. You know.
I mean, I liked playing as Jury, but like I don't know. I just wanted to play as aggressive aggressive
But
character.
everybody.
Like I just wanted to skip neutral and just like throw hands, and like none of the characters in Beta 1 allowed you to throw hands. You know, like.
You mean Ken? Did you try Ken?
Yeah, I tried Ken, but he's not a character that like.
You don't like Shotos. Yeah.
He's not. It's not that I don't like Shotos. It's just that he's not a character that takes a punch and still beats your ass for it.
Oh, okay.
Like that's what I want.
Just want to play.
I just want like somebody. I just want somebody that like will just be like, "Oh, you punched me? That's cute. You're still getting hit, dog." And Marissa looks like that character. Yeah.
He's an Abigail player. This guy.
I want Slayer, man, from Guilty Gear.
I guess I just don't like. I just don't like neutral anymore. I just like gone are the days.
You know, man.
I don't think you ever liked neutral. I've seen you play Street Fighter.
You need Street Fighter is patient. It's you need patience to be good at Street Fighter.
Sure
Man.
do.
Yeah, you do. You do. June 2nd. That's pretty quickly. I mean, that's 6 months. It's not a very long time. So I wonder if hopefully this game comes out correct, as Pringle likes to say. Netcode especially.
Better come
Netcode's
correct.
good.
Are you gonna get it released? I know Broken probably get it released, but are you gonna
Release?
get it?
I don't know. I mean, how often do I get games on release anymore? Omori was the last one. Like that was 2 years ago.
$30 game.
That was a $30 game, yeah.
Yeah, and I understand that purchase. I think it's a fine purchase for that game. It's a fun game.
Yeah. I don't remember the last time I got something on release.
Yeah. I don't think I'll get it
Full price, especially now the games are like $70. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, not on. I guess not on Steam, right?
Yeah, not on Steam, but
it'll come to Steam. Eventually, it'll be $70 on Steam.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're in line there. I just haven't seen any character that really caught my interest in 6. So.
Yeah, there's still time.
Maybe. Yeah.
There'll be an open beta. The next game here is Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League, an action-adventure shooter coming from the creators of the Arkham series, coming out May 26, 2023. I don't get it. So do you play as the Suicide Squad?
Yeah,
Is that what's happening?
it's a 4-player action game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like you play as, like it's
Harley?
basically like you could play as. So you remember like
Deadshot?
Let It Die. Fuck. Left 4 Dead. It's basically like Left 4 Dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. Tekken 8. This one was cool. I saw the trailer. You know, obviously, this is
You know what?
no date.
You know what gets me every day about Tekken?
Paul's
8?
hair.
No, I'm okay with Paul's hair. What
I'm
got
not.
me? What got
Yeah,
so?
his hair is terrible.
What
dude.
made me laugh like super hard was the 3-hour dissertation on why Heat is bad the day after they announced that there's a Heat mode.
To be honest,
I don't pay attention to that stuff.
yeah.
There's
I'll
a
be
dude
honest,
that
though.
literally like hey, shout outs to hitting the grind on content creating. But this dude, literally the day after they announced that there's how Heat like that Heat mode's a thing, not even how it works, but that Heat mode's a thing, literally made a 3-hour video about why it's a bad thing for Tekken gameplay.
God damn.
Jesus.
Motherfucker wasn't having that. He said, I'll turn off the heat. I want the AC on, goddammit.
Yeah, she ain't gonna see it, bro.
And then
Put
like
some ice on that motherfucker. I don't want that.
and then they explained that heat is basically just neutral skipping the button or like the action. And then he was like, yeah, I hate neutral skipping. Tekken's all about footsies. And I was like, yeah, but people like to see when people get hit. They don't like to see like
You know what that's like? That's like the simp who comments on the girl's pictures, like, and then the other guy comments is like, "Bro, she ain't seeing this. She ain't seeing this, bro."
sucking it.
Right? Oh, for real. Yo, but like, see, I personally, as long as Tekken 8 is faster, I don't really like Rage. I didn't like that at all.
They're
I don't know about
keeping
you,
Rage,
man.
I betcha.
I didn't like Rage at all. It was stupid. It was cheap. It was just you just pop it when
I
you get.
didn't mind
ass-
Drive,
Yeah,
Arc
yeah,
or
like
whatever.
Rage Drive or stuff like that. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's like I didn't like it, but I didn't mind it as well when I'm playing it. But I don't like it because in the context of like a game, when I'm playing Master Raven, I can pop Rage Drive and I got all these plus frames. Let me do anything I want on your face. It's like I hate that type of mechanic. And like, generally speaking, a lot of fighting games nowadays are just out here just rewarding the player to get his ass beat. So I don't like those mechanics. Oh, I think I probably won't really like that much the heat gauge. I kind of like Tekken just being bare bones personally, man. Like I like it, I like seeing that because like older Tekken was all like that. It wasn't until they started adding rage and these type of things that made it all like. But they're trying to add to the spectacle. But like OG Tekken, man, like footsies and all that stuff, dude. I think that's super fun to watch, man. Like
Back to
I don't
Tekken
know.
3.
Yeah,
Let's do
man,
it.
like yeah, right. I just like watching like that stuff. That Tekken thing. It's so fun to watch, man. The best matches I've ever seen were like this dude is just chipping away and killing this guy, and then he can't really just let me just pop my rage drive and win. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you got to get better. Like literally in the match. I know that like spectator wise, that isn't too much of a fan, but I feel like people that play Tekken like that, they really like old, like boring looking Tekken. Like I think they really enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah, the boomer Koreans, I'm sure, appreciate that kind of style of Tekken.
Hell yeah, man.
One thing I will say about Tekken 8 is I saw the trailer, so we saw June, right? We saw Paul with the hair. What is that? I hope the classic.
They get that boy the most emo hair ever, yo.
Dude,
he got through a brick.
They gave him the white man midlife crisis hairdo. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but
Okay, look, here's the thing.
It looks
His
bad.
hair in 4 was actually okay when it was down because it looked like Ken. But, like, bro, the hair here, he needs the Ken look. He does not need the like, whatever the hell that is look.
it's like parted or some shit. I don't know.
Yes.
Man, that man
It's
looks
bad.
like he
It's not
looked
good.
like he turned into Paul Ashes now. He ain't no Phoenix Riser, man.
My
That's
favorite
Paul Ashes.
My favorite
Dude.
thing was what Apology Man said, which is like, I think the only reason why his hair's down like this is because in the post-apocalyptic world, it's hard to find like hair gel.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be funnier lore if it just stuck like that because he's a Phoenix? He's Paul Phoenix, goddammit.
Oh, man. Please don't. One thing I'll say about this, and I said this in Discord as well, so I don't know how much Harada is actually involved in Tekken 8 because from what I understood previously at the tail end of Tekken 7, Michael Murray was going to take over as far as being like lead director, and Harada is going to have this supervisor role because Harada does other things for Bandai Namco, like he's a part of Dragon Ball and their esports circuit, and he's also got a hand a little bit in Soul Calibur, not as much, but a little bit, and I don't know how much of this direction is directly Harada or is it directly Michael Murray, but I just know that I believe, from what I understood back in the day, is that Michael Murray had like a big part of the changes that happened in Season 3 of Tekken 7. And Season 3 of Tekken 7 was the worst season of Tekken 7.
That was horrendous, dude. Was that the one with the
Leroy.
Oh, man, dude. Holy crap. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good at all.
No. So I'm actually a little scared on that front if Michael Murray is as involved in the direction of this game as he was back in season 3 before they righted the ship with season 4. So hopefully either he's learned from his mistakes or Harada is actually doing this game because that first taste of Michael Murray was not a good one. Dude, I quit the game. I quit Tekken when season 3 came out. Like, that's how bad it was. And I love Tekken. But we'll see what happens with this game.
Code too, man.
That's one thing. Okay, so I played Tekken today. Dude, that code it's buns. It's cheeks. It's so bad. Like, you cannot play it.
Cheeks?
It's bad, dude.
It's booty butt cheeks.
I played Persona, and then I switched over because Persona's dead. Like, nobody's playing that game. So I switched to Tekken, and I played a couple matches in Persona. I was like, wow, the netcode is really good. And then I played Tekken, and I was like, dude, this is so buns. It's so bad. I can't play it. And there's a million people playing it. But, like, why would I want to play him when the netcode is so bad? Terrible.
I don't know, man. You mentioned Persona. It is RIP for that.
It's dead. It's dead.
I felt when I went in, it was straight up dead too, which sucks.
It's a bummer. You have to go in like degen hours, and like I'm not awake during degen hours, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tekken netcode has to come out good, man. Because if it's bad,
they already said that like netcode is a thing.
If it's like 7, that's buns, dude.
Yeah, man. It's hard because like they do the whole 3D thing, and then the whole 3D thing is what makes it hard for them. Mm-hmm. Man, I can't play. I'm not playing Tekken with bad netcode. Nope. Mm-mm.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
All right. So we got a few more games here after Tekken 8. This one is weird. This one is called The Lords of the Fallen. And it mixed me up because I remember there was a game called Lords of the Fallen.
That is
so I was
indeed what you're thinking of because Lords of the Fallen was indeed a game.
So this one is a sequel to it, and they just added the in the beginning?
Exactly. They literally added the word the, and that is how you know
is that
it's
allowed?
a sequel.
What the hell? They're just like, let's just add the word the in the beginning. That's the sequel. So
my favorite thing is that a lot of people that were watching it was like, oh my god, this is gonna be such a good game, and I was like, bro, did nobody remember how shit Lords of the Fallen was? And
I remember Lords of the Fallen being bad. I remember that.
Bro, that game sucked.
But anyway,
donkey. Not even gonna say the other word because it would get us demonetized, but still, that sucks.
This channel isn't monetized.
Donkey dick.
So the Lords of the Fallen, is a dark fantasy action RPG which reignites the epic franchise with a vast, interconnected world, 5 times larger than the original game. No release date. Sometime in the future.
Get that garbage out of here. Let's talk about the good game. Remnant
this is the GOAT
2.
right here.
Let's talk about the GOAT Remnant, dude. That game. Oh, I was so excited to see this.
This is a game for all 3 of us. I'll buy Pringle the game just so you play it with us.
What game is this?
Remnant 2. So Remnant, the first one, was actually my game of the year for 2019.
You still haven't gotten the DLC, so we could play the DLC campaign.
I know.
Let's go.
I'm slacking. I know.
When you buy it, you let me know. We'll do that campaign.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. So this is a 3-person cooperative shooter sequel to the first Remnant, featuring even more deadly worlds, unique loot, and ghastly beasts. Dude, this is Dark Souls with guns, but actually fun. Like,
yeah,
I had so much fun playing the first one, and I was using the sniper rifle.
I'm still confused as to what they're gonna do because we just in the first game you kind of like solve.
You go against this guy. His name is the Dreamer, and that's the reason the whole thing. But it doesn't, like, the story for that game really doesn't matter. It's all about like the gameplay because it's actually just fun doing the boss runs and killing the hordes and all that. So just a super fun cooperative alien shooter game. Like, that's all it is, and it's hella fun.
Spoiled the game.
Yeah, but for that game, it's not a narrative. I didn't spoil BioShock. I spoiled the game that nobody cares about the story, dude. You skip everything, like, in that game.
Okay, come on.
But yeah, that's a game I think the 3 of us should play whenever it comes out, sometime in 2023.
Yep.
Sure.
The next one is Forspoken, an action-packed adventure where players are transported to a vast and detailed world filled with beauty and dismay. This one looked neat. January 23rd, 2023.
This game is gonna be like on my radar because it's made by the team that made Final Fantasy 15 and is using that same engine, but apparently it's good. So,
Unlike Final Fantasy 15.
Oh man, yeah.
So it's on
It looks
my
like
radar.
you got
for,
magic,
like,
right?
Yeah, it's on
And
my
all that.
radar for like because apparently like people were like, yeah, it looks like it was a it looks like Final Fantasy 15 because like the movement and all that it seems the same. Like she flies around the same. So we'll see. It's on
Not
my
bad.
radar.
And you know, I got a bone to pick with a lot of these games, man. They so hyper realistic graphic wise. I hate the graphics on so many of these games, dude. I really don't like the realism look, man. It turns me off. Always does, man.
Well then, hey, you know what? This next game is just for you.
Yeah. And
Blue-
Broken already talked about it before.
Yep, Blue Protocol. It's the Bandai Namco MMORPG from Amazon. That's sci-fi anime. There you go.
Not that
Sci-fi
man.
anime. Let's get it.
I heard it. I don't know if it's fun. I'll try it out if it's free. I'm
It's
not
a
touching
free.
that if I
It's a
gotta pay for it.
free MMORPG with a battle pass system. That's how they get your money. Is the battle pass. But
we'll
it's gonna
see
be
if
free
it's
to
fun.
play.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. But I'm
Yeah.
not holding my MMOs are just downhill. So
Hey,
Yeah.
if you don't like the Bandai Namco art style, like the Tales series.
Oh, no, I like that stuff. Like I like the games. It's just it's still an MMO at the end of the day. So you got to be wary of it.
Mhm.
All right.
This next one, Replaced, a cinematic retro futuristic platformer with free flow combat set in an alternative 1980s America sometime in 2023. It's looked pretty cool. More my kind of game. We'll see. You know what I found weird about the Game Award announcements is so many of them didn't even have windows for release. Like it didn't even say spring of 2023. It just was like sometime, I guess this year. I don't know, but like, come on, man, give me something. A crumb.
You know
But,
what's
This looks pretty cool.
You know what's interesting is the fact that like I think the reason they're not doing that, even though like so I know the reason why they release games early is because if you don't do that, if you don't release a game early, then your quarter financial report says that you haven't done anything and then that's like bad on your financial report. But like every time they release a game unfinished, everyone lambasts it for being an unfinished piece of shit.
True.
And so maybe nowadays they're just like, if we don't say when the game comes out, none of us can get like any controversy because whenever they say, "Hey, we're releasing here," and then they like delay the game, they get so much hate for delaying the game. So now maybe it's just like the secret is we don't tell them, then they can't hate us.
You gotta toss a year or something though, at least, man. These motherfuckers be like Q4 2025. I'm like, dude, that game doesn't exist at all.
No. Yeah, that's kind of like how, remember when Cyberpunk put out that trailer in 2013 and the game didn't come out until 2020?
Yep.
Oh my god, it's development hell, man. And it came out bust ass, man.
Yeah.
So,
All right, stretch run here. Valiant Hearts 2, a sequel to the award-winning 2D animated comic book adventure puzzle game coming out in January 2023. I owned Valiant Hearts on Xbox 360 with the Games of Arcade. They gave it for free, I remember. Or the games with gold. I never played it.
They gave it away for free on PlayStation Plus, and I played it. I love that game. It is a sad, sad game. And
I heard it's like a war-torn kind of story, right?
Yeah, it's a war-torn story. Yeah, I was like when I saw it, I was like, "What? They're making a sequel? It's so good."
Yeah, it's one of those Ubisoft like indie games that they made. Bad and Child of Light, and they made a couple of others that were really good.
looks cool.
Yeah. There's a dog, I think. At least the first one did.
The first one had.
He's like a medic, right?
Yeah, he's a medic dog.
Yeah, medic dog. Dogs are goats, dude.
And
Wild Hearts.
A dog is instantly top 10 on Max radar.
Oh yeah. And so I was telling Pringle like just earlier is that if Stray was a dog and not a cat, I would have bought that yesterday.
Yeah, right.
Easy.
How have you not bought Potion Permit then?
I know. I want to buy Grapple Dog too. No, it's funny.
Oh yeah, what did you send me though? You sent me grapple something though. What?
I just sent you stuff that was on your wish list. I don't think I sent you anything that was on mine. Yeah.
It was something grapple in there though. I swear. Well,
It was on your wish list. I don't know.
grapple Force Raining. Oh yeah. I didn't see that. The game looked fun. That's why I grabbed it.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Wild Hearts. This is a monster hunting game set in a fictional feudal Japan, coming out February 17th, 2023. This might be your kind of game, Broken.
I don't know.
Oh,
No?
I, mean,
pretty
I need
fun,
I need a
man.
friend to do this. But yeah, if it's as good as God Eater, not Monster Hunter. I don't know. God Eater made me jaded with the Monster Hunter series because it was like, and the reason why is because as I was told, instead of having fine dining, I had crack cocaine as my first entrance into like the hunting series, and so
God damn.
now every game is like put on a pedestal of like, what if I were to play crack cocaine instead of So
I don't think you want crack cocaine. I think you want like the good cocaine. That's the fancy stuff, the powder.
Okay, yeah, it's
On
like
Coke, not crack.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're basically they were like, you played a game that was basically speed, and now that like it's all about patience and planning and timing, you don't like it. Yeah, I like speed. I don't like neutral. I said it before. I'll say it again. Monster Hunter is all about neutral and like waiting your turn.
Yeah, that's one. It's such a slow action game, which is actually, and I think in the newer one, it's a lot faster. But all
It's
the Monster Hunters in the
always-
past,
it's still all about
So
like
slow.
taking your turn and like.
I just have never been able to get down with that gameplay, man. I'm like,
I
nah.
can't either. That's why I like God Eater. God Eater, you got a knife. You could literally skip your turn. You could be like, "Oh, was that a bad swing? Skip that."
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Those games never really spoke to me either, so we'll see. 4 more here. Fire Emblem Engage. This is a strategy RPG featuring color-parted hair protagonist. January 20th, 2023. What's with the hair? It's like
I don't know, man. Everybody just say like Colgate, man.
So the hair is the way it is because
Colgate
it's the
paste,
artist.
bro. Let's get it.
It's the
I
artist.
don't like that.
So the artist is a well-known Japanese female artist who's like the master of color. Like all of her art is like crazy. Like what the hell? How do you do that kind of art? So that's why it looks like that.
all right.
I don't know, man. I think it's kind of stupid, honestly. But I got me. I'm gonna get that game. Definitely. I'm a Fire Emblem fan too. And I like what this one does, and why I wanted to cop it this time around is that it kind of goes back to more of the older style Fire Emblem games, which I appreciate. Because the last one I got, I have Fire Emblem Three Houses, but I haven't really even played it. I played a little bit of it, but it does all this new stuff, and I don't really care for it. But this one is more of like a focus on the game. I love the gameplay of Fire Emblem. That tactical stuff is what I want to play Fire Emblem for, and they bring back a lot of old stuff. So I'm like, yes, this is what I want. It kind of reminds me of like the mobile game, the Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game. I like that a lot. That was the one mobile game I actually played for more than like a couple of hours. So,
All right. Yeah, cool. I don't think I've ever played a Fire Emblem game. You know
maybe
how
one
it
day.
goes.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe one day. The stories in them are interesting because they're like more bigger, kind of like they start small and get pretty big. But and I would tell you if you ever wanted to play a tactics game with a gangster ass story of like savagery, you'd have to play Final Fantasy Tactics, man. The story on that is so savage, man. So
Maybe.
many
I think that's on
portals.
Steam, right?
Final Fantasy? Nah, it's not.
It's not?
It's like an old PlayStation 1 game. Maybe when they remaster it, the new one is I think it's on Steam. It's Tactics Ogre, which is like the father of Final Fantasy Tactics. But I still would recommend Tactics because it's like you can break the game so many ways, and just the story is just really. Oh man, I wish I could talk about the story, man. We had that time, but it's such a savage story, man. Such a savage story.
Cool. All right, Dune Awakening, an open world survival MMO where you build shelters against sandstorms sometime in the future. A lot of MMOs on this Game Awards. Destiny 2 Lightfall. This is the DLC expansion for Destiny 2. Lightfall is the penultimate chapter of Destiny 2's Light and Darkness saga, coming February 26, 2023.
What's wrong?
Man, come on, man.
Yeah,
Destiny is such a weird game, man. The people that talk about it,
I
they're
don't
addicted
talk
to it, but
about
they don't
Destiny
like
2 because I don't like it, but I still play it every day.
it. Yeah, that's exactly it. It's like, I hate this game. I don't play right now. Like, what?
Yep. It's like every Street Fighter 5 player.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Don't even remind me of that.
All right, the final one on here, Viewfinder, a first-person puzzle game offering hours of interesting and fun experiences while uncovering the mysteries left behind. I normally like puzzle games like this, but when I saw the trailer, I was like, no, not really. Coming sometime in 2023. The gameplay was kind of weird looking to me, so I was like, not really my cup of tea when it comes to puzzlers. But yeah, those are the Game Awards. I'll be honest, so the two games that really caught my eye here, outside of the fighting games, obviously Street Fighter 6, Tekken 8, those are fine. I'll say Diablo 4 and Judas were the two games that I was like, I'm actually interested in out of these Game Awards. Everything else is like whatever. Yeah, of course, Remnant. But I mean, when is Remnant coming out? That's coming out for a while, right? Yeah, TBA. We don't know. And
For me,
we just had Remnant in 2019. Last time I had Bioshock was a while. So, those were cool little surprises that I saw there. There's some other, not bad, like Earthblade looked cool, and then, the party animals looked cute. All that stuff.
For me, I think the
anything.
games that stood out for me was Valiant Hearts stood out because I didn't expect a second one. I kind of want to see Immortals of Avium because Magic games are cool if done right. Hades 2 was interesting. Judas, like you said, it looks interesting, and kind of want to see Earthblade. Earthblade kind of hit that spot. I don't know. I guess I'm really into Metroidvanias, so
Not going to see that one for a while. 2024.
not
I don't
in
even-
a while.
Yeah,
They probably only mentioned it because Celeste did so well.
could be.
And I'm not really interested in any of that, man. Any of these games. I mean, I know Fireman was coming, so I knew about that. Blue Protocol, I kind of knew about that. Earthblade looks cool, I guess. I don't really care that much about Street Fighter. I mean, I'll play it when it's cheap as hell or something. I don't know. When they drop, when they do the Street Fighter 6 Ultimate Edition Magma Creation Volcanic Volume 6 with all the DLC characters, maybe I'll cop
That's my
that.
favorite volume, dude.
But yeah, man, the one with everything in it.
Yeah.
Hades 2 looked cool, but I haven't played Hades 1 at all. I haven't even forgot the last super giant bomb game or whatever they're called I played. Maybe Hades is the last one I haven't touched, but yeah, I'm not really interested in any of this stuff at all, man. Honestly. Some of it looked kind of cool, but it didn't really kind of catch my interest.
I think if we had more dates, like definitive dates or windows, it would have been a little bit better. A lot of this stuff is just up in the air, and they're like, oh, next year. Oh, maybe this year.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff could also get delayed and moved, and you don't know. So that's one thing that I thought was a little bit of a downer with this award show. But, hey, it's cool. I mean, we got, I think, close to 40 game announcements plus, or DLC announcement or ports and stuff. So it is cool to get that many announcements in one night.
About it. That's true. That is pretty cool when you mention that, but none of it really.
I'm sad
Here
that
and
I
there's,
didn't
I
win
guess,
a
but-
Steam Deck.
Oh yeah, I tried
Yeah.
going for that too. Man, I want to I'm gonna save up for my Steam Deck, man. I want one, man. That is such a cool piece of. I'll play more of my Steam games if I get one of those, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. That was a cool thing. I actually saw one guy like on Twitter who follows Obama that like tweeted out Obama saying he won the Steam Deck on because they were giving him every minute or whatever. Yeah.
He told Obama.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Obama, I won one. Ha ha ha! You ain't got one, motherfucker.
Apparently, speaking of Obama, do you know how Joe Biden is the best chip player? There's apparently a Barack Obama Guilty Gear player too now.
Oh gosh. Oh man, the Guilty Gears, they never cease to amaze.
Oh, they're all just gears. Right?
I still love the fact, to this day, I love the fact that Wall Street Journal wrote about Joe Biden chip.
That's so stupid. Oh man. All right, fellas, I think that ends it for the podcast. The final thing on here, honestly, I just had some final words for our listeners before Broken falls asleep on me. He's snoozing over here.
What do you mean?
I'm just kidding. One thing, like, so we've gone through a lot of transitions before. Like, you know, we used to do FGC Hollywood, and then we moved to Right to Orbis, and then we had scheduling and inconsistencies and all that, but like it was still fun. You know, the whole time we were doing podcasts, it was still fun. Talking about games, sometimes not talking about games, talking about random stuff. I got more stuff that I want to do in 2023. Everybody's got a plan, like Mike Tyson used to say. Everybody's got a plan.
Everybody got a plan to get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, life happens and you do get punched in the mouth. But we, you know, it's hopefully I can achieve the things that I want to do in 2023. I'm not promising anything, but for sure, more podcasts, for sure, more interviews. I want to start those. I want to reach out to more people. But yeah, fellas, I just I've had a really good year doing podcasts with y'all. Appreciate y'all, you know, coming on the podcast every Thursday. You know, talking some games, talking some stuff, spoiling games. But I wouldn't replace both of y'all. So I appreciate y'all, you know, being on my podcast or our podcast every week. And I appreciate the listeners because, you know, I saw the comments. I saw the good, I saw the bad of people saying, you know, they didn't want the change from FGC Hollywood to Right to Orbis. And, you know, some people left, some people joined. But hopefully 2023 we get more of the latter as opposed to the former. So that's all I have to say for the final episode 13 of Right to Orbis. Pringle, I don't know, you got any final words before we get out of here?
Oh man, it's been fun, man. I wish I could have not missed out on so many episodes here and there, but it's been fun. Hopefully, like, I don't know, with stuff happening, you know, I'm always getting punched in the mouth.
That's life, right?
I just got to stand back up usually. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's been fun doing the podcast with you guys. You know, it's been real fun. And here's to more in the future, man. Man, it should be more fun. And I'm gonna make you guys next year. It's gonna happen. Both of you guys are gonna play East Origin, and it's gonna be my mission as of 2023 to make you guys play an East game.
I'll make it happen.
We're actually gonna be playing East Origins.
Come on, it's so sick. You'll love it. It's action. It's all action. There's no turn based in it. Sick ass combat, ass gameplay, and cool ass music, man. You'll love it.
You know what? I'll do you a solid. After my shower tonight, I will give it a shot. I will open the game.
Man, you can just download it for the start.
It's already downloaded. It's already downloaded.
He's got you covered.
I will open the game.
You don't know how happy that makes me.
I think I see a little bit of a tear dropping down his eye.
I've been waiting.
All right, fellas, let's wrap up 2022 here, Right to Orbis. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody listening. Appreciate the support the whole year. And yeah, next week we'll be back with the River City Girls, a whole spoiler cast review discussion. That should be fun. I'll get that all prepped. Until next time, you know what to do. Keep it classy, and we'll see y'all later. Peace.
Care, y'all. Till next year. Brogan looked like he froze over there. Brogan, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, man.
I'm good. Don't worry, guys. I guess since we're all gonna.
You look distracted. What, do you got Twitter open?
How did you know?
How did he look? Like I was like, yo, did he freeze?
For a second there, he looked like he froze.
I was trying to catch like this thing, and I was like, what what am I looking at? Anyways, I guess it's time to say our finishing year statements. So I guess my statement is I'm glad to have been a part of the journey ever since, the beginning. I'm glad to have been there. Glad to be here now. I hope to bring many more days of podcasts with the boys together,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it'll be cool. I got some interesting ideas that I want to do next year, especially now I got more time, man. Like, time to do it.
I'm also, this is something Pringle's gonna love. I have a plan. So what I'm gonna do is every day after school, I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna have a. I'm gonna actually like photograph every day, like me, like trying to get like better, so I can motivate myself. So I'm gonna be like, all right, this is day 1, or day 0. I'm gonna start at day 0 right before school starts. I'm gonna be like, all right, this is me before anything, all right, and then I'm gonna like try.
Can you lift weights with the carpal tunnel?
Yeah, I could lift weights.
Be able to. It just kind of.
I didn't know if it affects it or not.
It probably does, though.
Does it?
Yeah, it probably can make it worse on certain days. You just have to kind of monitor his hands.
Mm-hmm. But I'm going to like take pictures and like document my adventure from like sad boy to like going to the gym and like trying to attempt to be a better man. And it's gonna
see. That's the cycle of every guy who's like, because he got not ghosted, but he got like the cold shoulder from the girl. Actually, I think he dodged the bullet there. But like, let's say,
dodge a bullet.
I think he dodged. Yeah,
I dodged a hella strong bullet.
That's what happens when you get rejected. You just start pumping iron.
Yeah, that is how that works. At least this I don't cheat on me. Dude, I was gonna say it is a terrible time to go to the gym right now, though. The first week.
No.
So 2-3 weeks of January is horrible, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm going to the school gym. I'm not going to like the gym.
Oh, I think that's still not that good, though, man.
Yeah,
I think any gym
right.
that's populated. Yeah, man, I don't. Because everybody's thinking the same thing.
Well, yeah, but I just want to start my journey. Like I've always put it off. Like, I'll do it eventually, but. Like, I actually want to, like, legitimately, like, go, okay, I've said I wanted to work out. I've said I wanted to start walking. I'm going to hit the gym every day after school. So.
But I'm going to give you some solid advice that'll make it easier on you. Just make sure to try to work out at least 3 times a week. That's it. 3 times a week.
Okay.
3 times a week.
Because school is only 4 days a week, so, okay, that works.
3 times a week for at least somewhere between 45 minutes to an hour. And in that workout session, try to make yourself sweat. That's the most. You want to get into a program where it's reliable. If you go every day, a drop, man. It's gonna happen. You're either gonna get burnt out or you're just gonna get tired. You're gonna get bored. Something's gonna happen. So consistency, especially for a beginner or someone that's returning into working out, 3 days a week, man. That's a good start. 3 days a week. Some people can just go all in and stay all in for years and years, but I would recommend somebody 3 days a week. I made, like, when I got back into lifting, to actually stay on it 3 days a week, man. I made some serious gains 3 days a week. Now I work out every other day, but 3 days a week, what you need, man. 3 days, even 2 days a week, I would say, but 2 days is just, it's not enough, I feel like. But 3 days a week that's the sweet spot of how much everybody should be working out to keep themselves consistent. 3 days a week.
Okay. I will again. It's going to be on my Twitter. So if you want to see my journey from like scrawny, poor man to like a changed man, you will see the adventure. I'm going to start it. All right.
He's gonna digivolve.
Yeah, Digimon. Yo, Digimon, you're like a cute little monster.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, why is it always like the cat Digimon turns into an F-150?
I love that about Digimon, dude. I got that Digimon that you were telling me about, broken. I got that one, and you know what's cool about that? I got it. It's like 2 games in one, like New World or something like that.
Yeah,
it's 2 games in one, and it only cost me like $17 or something in GameStop. So I went and grabbed that on Switch. I don't want to play it, but I do like Digimon. But yo, Going back to that though, man. Yeah, I just hit recently. I hit a PR of like weighted push-ups where I did like a set of 8 of 142 pounds, a set of 8
God
push-ups on
damn.
that, and I got past. I'm bulking now, so it's really helped me, and I got past. Did a set of 3 90-pound pull-ups, or reps of 3 in a set, and I was like, oh man, I've definitely gotten like a lot stronger from like the cutting and bulking phases. But for as a beginner though, just eat, man. That's all you got to do. Just eat. Eat a little more than what you usually do to supplement when you work out. That's all you got.
How many calories are you eating when you're cutting?
Oh man, I think I cut at like 2140, and then like now as I bulk, I'm eating at like 2900.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the idea is that when you cut, you want to just do like the 500 less calories of your maintenance, which was between 2700 basically. Then I put 2140. That's maintenance would be 2700. And when you want to bulk, you want to add up to like 10 to 20% of your calorie intake because you want to do it slowly. Because if you bulk with too much of a surplus of calories, you're just gonna get fat. You can't build muscle that fast, so you just gotta eat a little bit, and you're gonna get fat, of course, but you want to make sure that you're do it slowly so that you're more likely to build more muscle. Because muscle, I'll tell you what, man, bulking is so much harder than cutting. Like it is so much harder because like you have to just it takes a while to build muscle, like especially when you get to a certain point. Once you get to like that third, fourth, once the newbie gains stop, it gets harder, and then it just gets progressively harder and that's why nobody's looking like Dwayne the Rock unless they're on steroids. Of course.
Right, yeah. And it's kind
remember
of crazy
the
that he
Liver
still
King?
doesn't admit to being on Secret Juice.
Remember the
Yeah, I know,
Liver
right?
King?
Yeah, he got exposed recently. That was pretty funny, man.
Did he? By who?
Yeah, he just told himself like an
Yeah,
idiot.
Well, no, he didn't. He got exposed, and so he like said, "Yes, it's true.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
on
yeah.
steroids." I was like, "Bro, there ain't no way you were gonna have that muscle mass,
No.
especially at how old you are." Like, bro,
Like in his
that muscle
50s, I
mass
think.
is stupidly ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, man, that dude was definitely on steroids, man.
Oh yeah.
He was out here like, yeah, you gotta eat liver and hearts. And I'm like, man, get your ass out of here with that, man. This motherfucker was such a weirdo too. He's like, I go to sleep, no energy on. All that currents, the electrical currents, you feel it when you sleep. No energy in my house. You can't come in the house with a phone. Like, man, this motherfucker is crazy, man. All that steroid. And then they said
Hardcore.
how much steroid do, right? They said how much steroids he's taking. My dude is taking. He's spending thousands of dollars on his stack of steroids, man. Like it's a lot of money. Keep up with his steroid use, man. It's supposed to be free. The most I spend is protein supplement, man. That's
Right.
it. Like it's like $60 or something like that.
I wonder how
For
much
a
he would
month's worth.
deflate once he stopped doing it.
Oh, that motherfucker gonna turn into like a freaking leprechaun or something.
You know, SpongeBob when he's got the arms.
yeah. He blew up the muscle. That's all steroids is, man. It's blow up muscles, man.
Oh
It
man.
don't last at all. Once you get off of this stuff, you lose them gains mad fast, dude. That's why steroids suck.
You ever seen? They can't take steroids because they'll get suspended. But football players, you ever seen like linemen when they're in season versus like after they retire? Like they're one guy who works for ESPN now. He was like a 350-pound center, and he retired, and it was like it's only 4 months between football seasons, right? Like so, you have the end of the season, 4 months, and then the start of like training camp. And he lost like all of his, like he doesn't even look like you would never have thought he was a football player before because he says it takes so much to keep on 350 pounds on a human body. Like when you're an athlete like that, like you just shed everything.
He has to force feed himself. Like those
Yeah.
strongmen, they're all on. Well, strong. That's what I like about strongmen. I think I mentioned it before, but it's not. It's an untested field. So those motherfuckers are always on drugs. They're all drugged the hell up, man. Every single one of those dudes are competitive strongmen, especially because of the recovery. It's a lot of wear and tear on your system. So they're all, a lot of the competitive guys are on steroids, but they eat so like those strongmen. That man, but a part of it is definitely in fat. Like sumo wrestlers, but like I think sumo wrestlers for the most part probably aren't all on steroids. They just eat a lot, but maybe they are. I don't know. I don't know about Japan's policy on drugs either when it comes to that stuff, but they eat so much that it's so unsustainable, man. Like even me, as I bulk, there are times where I'm just like, I don't want to eat. and I love
Isn't
eating, and
it-
it's like I can eat a lot.
Isn't it
Sometimes
true that they
like,
also don't drink enough water and like they don't like yeah they starve themselves and they don't drink water so that they keep that cut look like it's actually unhealthy to be that cut that
I would say
long.
bodybuilders and cuts, yeah, they do that, man. They tend to like supposedly for bodybuilders. I think bodybuilding is a very unhealthy sport, but supposedly towards the end of their cut, so like maybe 2 or 3 weeks out their meet, that's when they really start kind of really going hard on the cut. Like they'll
Yeah.
eat a lot less stuff like that. They'll look terrible. They'll look great outside, I guess, with their nasty bronze paint on or something like that, but they'll be pretty unhealthy. The idea for me though is that when I cut, I only cut about like 20-ish pounds somewhere around there, but it was only really to a certain body fat percentage where at that certain point that's when my workout because like man I knew I had to stop like what was it like November. I was like taking like 2 hours to work out because I was like, bruh, I'm tired. So that's why I was like, it's time to bulk.
Damn.
I got a before and after. I don't know if I'll ever put it on Twitter, but like I was like, you could see like a full six pack and stuff like that. So like I got pretty lean, and now I'm like, as I'm bulking, it's getting less visible, but it's actually like I'm actually stronger than I was in September, which is when I was the same weight as I am now, which is actually pretty cool.
That's sick.
Yeah, so the bulking and cutting stuff, I didn't really read too into that. I was like, that's propaganda. It's bull crap. But it's actually like real. Like it's actually like, but it's more efficient for people that are like at my stage of training. Like it's more efficient for like advanced people, not like beginners. Beginners or novice, more intermediates. They probably would. They probably still can get a lot out of like basic stuff, like just eating a decent amount of food, a little bit more for the workouts. They'd probably be fine like that.
A lot of it is genetics too. I knew a guy in
Some
high
of it,
school.
yeah, a good amount of it
that,
is genetics.
that like he was a little bit more of a weight, but you could tell like just his frame. I was like, dude, the moment that guy picks up a weight, he's gonna get jacked. Like you just tell by his frame. Like you're just like, there's no way that guy's not gonna get strong as fuck.
Dude, I knew a guy. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, you know what is I think interesting is that people think that cut look is strong. You know what's strong is those fucking fat men that are like
the strong man,
pure
sumo and all that.
That they're not fat because they're fat. They're fat because that's muscle, dude. Like they will pick up cars. Okay, granted without the engine, but still they can pick up a car. Like, can you pick up a car, Mister? Like, cut, dude? No. I don't know.
But it's a different look. It is
a
strongmen and bodybuilders aren't the same athletes.
I would say good. I mean, I don't want to be fat, but I do want to be like I want to look like those freaky giant dudes, but I won't get there. I mean, I don't think I'll be that. I'll probably just look kind of like how I am now, just a little bit bigger. Honestly, it's like because I'm also a normal ass person. I don't want to eat like that. They eat way too much food, man. Like to the point where they are fat under even with all that muscle. Mass does move mass, but they are fat. Like there is that heart is like that heart
fucking
is pumping.
Throwing stone toss over the
man. And they're just eating way too much because you could be a strong man and you could be really strong without all of that extra fat. That's what I'm trying to be. Like I can understand a little bit of fat. Yeah. That's what I'm fine with. I'm fine with being a little fluffy. That's what like the end goal would be for me. Like I could be a little fluffy and be fine. Like I don't really prefer the super lean look because like and yeah, you're not that strong, man. You're much weaker, and yeah, you look cut. Like it looks cool and all that. Like it's like oh my god. Like when I was doing it, I was like, bro, I could see cuts in all places I didn't see. I didn't think I could, but it's still you're kind of like you're not as strong. You're much weaker, stuff like that. But it's definitely like. I think bodybuilding is healthy, but I think strongman can definitely be unhealthy with the use of so much PEDs and stuff like that. But there's also there's also like powerlifting, which is more. I guess more people are into powerlifting, which is I would say same thing with drugs. I mean, there's a big thing with drugs because they just trying to chase higher numbers. But
that's unregulated too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of unregulated. It's more regulated, I feel like, but. Yeah, there's so many ways to get around steroid use, man. Like there's drugs that you can take, and it's not like they'll just pull out of nowhere. Like, hey, you know, they're gonna let you know ahead of time, so you have ways to kind of work around with your steroid cycle and stuff. So
Yeah.
but I would say, broken 3 days a week. Right here, let me tell you this: all you gotta do 3 days a week is do these 3 compound movements: squats with weights, squatting, just squatting, bench, deadlift. That's it. And everything else is an accessory lift, compound, and pull-ups. Always want to do some sort of calisthenics, so pull-ups, push-ups, stuff like that. Those compound movements.
Okay.
All you need, man.
Wait, are
That's
you trying
all
to
I
bulk?
do.
I'm not trying to bulk. I'm trying to like get healthy.
Trying to get muscle. Yeah, he's trying to get muscle now.
He'll probably have to put on a little bit of weight, though, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll probably. I mean, it'll just happen if he's eating as a beginner or a person coming back to exercise. He's just gonna put on weight naturally. It's just gonna happen because it's like steroids, man. Those newbie games are like steroids. It's like puberty again, man. It really is. Like you just get it really fast. You'll get like they say you could get like the first 10 to 15 pounds in a year of muscle, like 10 to 15 pounds, like a year muscle, like in a year, some crazy amount. Jeez. It's really fast, the amount, because it's all new stimulus that you're not used to. So me coming back, my first year of training, my squat went from like, I think like from me actually, because I was training before, but I didn't take it seriously. So when I started actually going for more strength, I went from like maybe like a 210 squat to it went up to like, but I ate a lot. I dirty bulked almost in a way. But still, like the squat went from like 205 to like 365, dude.
God damn.
The bench went from like 180 to like 245. Deadlift, I didn't really ever deadlift before, but then it went from like maybe like 230 something to like 330, and that was like the first year of me basically coming back in. Of course, it gets a lot slower after that, but I haven't been in the gym in like, I don't know, like almost like 3 years, 2-3 years, man. So, but the numbers are probably much higher, but I just don't do those specific movements anymore, so I can't say. But it's definitely higher now because I'm much stronger. But that happens. It really is like that first year when you dial it in and you're doing kind of like the right stuff. You are supposed to just gain a bunch of muscle real fast.
Okay.
Yeah, man. It's a domino effect, and it's pretty fun in the beginning because it's like, damn, every time you're gonna come out, you're gonna be real sore, but every time you go in the gym, you're gonna be like much stronger, much stronger each time. So you can essentially just literally add pounds once a week. Like that's what I was doing with my squat because I got good legs, so like my squat literally went up like 10 pounds every week.
Damn.
Like months, dude. Yeah. So it's like,
you know what's funny? The strongest people I've ever met weren't like gym goers. They were like people I used to work with. They were like,
yeah, of course,
like dads who have just been carrying, like they've been lifting life for the last 50 years. Like they don't even go to the gym.
Yeah. They've been lifting up, like, yeah, man.
I met this guy, dude. His wrist was like his forearm was fucking huge. Like it was like wide. I was like, bro, like how does that happen? But he could lift, like, dude, he was just fucking tossing things like crazy.
Arm strength too, as they say. Sometimes construction work, harder construction work, motherfucker hitting the hammer for like, I don't know, 8 hours a day every day. You know, you get strong like that. Eat a little more food, you know, like that.
There's nothing like dad strength.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah, some of those people, man, they'll like even with such an extraneous work day or job, they'll still work out in the gym too. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I can't live like that though. I have too much priorities. Right. Wish I could, but I can't train like that. Too much priorities.
Yeah.
Be out here getting hurt, man. I already got hurt too many times.
I know, your wrist.
I know, I need to get it fixed, man. But yeah. Yeah, man. First 3 times a week, man. Just try to get it in. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever the hell in there. I would say give yourself a day in between each day so that you're not too sore the next day. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That works.
Should be a personal trainer, bro.
My friend told me that, and I was like, nah, I don't think I like people that much to do that.
Damn!
Oh, you'll like them once you get the check.
Yeah, I know, right? That and the problem with personal training is, well, it's just the process of getting into it. But you know what I was thinking of doing, man? I was thinking of getting into like massaging. To give people massages, man. That pays pretty good too, man.
You get tips too.
Yeah, they be a masseuse, yo.
Yeah.
Where I
pretty
can
good.
actually be helpful.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I think I'm gonna get out of here. It's like
we're
midnight.
all gonna head out.
Yeah, we gotta get out. I gotta go grab some. Gotta work out actually. Speaking of working out, I'm gonna work out.
Oh man. All right, fellas. I guess I'll see you next year.
Next
Yeah,
year, boys. Let's go.
Hope
All
next
right.
year is good, man. You know,
I think it will be. I'm optimistic.
every year is good. It's just there's a lot of ups and downs. I say,
That's
man.
true.
A lot of downs for me this year, but it'll be good. Every year is good.
It'll get better. It's cyclical, right? It goes up and
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
Goes up and down, man. Like stock. You know?
I have a few plans. One was to go to the gym, and two is to find love. We'll see how.
There
far
you
that
go.
goes.
Maybe you'll
my
find
God.
love at the gym.
Yeah, I would say the gym is easier, bruh. Like,
That's
because
true.
the more you do the gym and the more you enjoy it, the more you'll like care more and have more confidence in yourself. That's kind of what just happened. So
You know what?
Going
There
to
is
the
an
gym,
anime-
man.
There is an anime convention though on the 21st.
Bruh.
You don't want them girls.
I was gonna, you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to get like so cut, and then I was like, I'm gonna cosplay Luffy, man.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know you could cosplay. I don't. Who's the guy from the Demon Slayer show? He wears the boar head. You know.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking
And he's
about.
like ripped. Like he's hella ripped. He's shirtless with a boar head.
Yeah, the boarhead dude.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
apparently
seen him
he
before,
wears
man.
that boar head because he looks like a girl without it.
Of
and
course he
so
does.
he's
Of
just
course he
like-
does.
God, that's so, I can't
I
do
hate
something
anime.
Cool. Like that
I
motherfucker
know.
chopped some boy's head off to survive,
I
and the
know.
boy had kept his head warm because he's bald or something like.
Yeah. But I've seen cosplays of that, like guys just getting hella shredded and just putting the boar's head on and two swords or whatever.
I feel like I should show y'all what happened, like how cut I got. I got pretty cut, man. Like I would say maybe.
What's
I
your
was
walk
like,
around weight?
Now
do you walk
it's
around
just like I would say maybe somewhere between 165, maybe. So right now, I'm just
165.
sitting-
165.
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm
not
just sitting at one. I'm sitting right now at 166, and then because my plan right now is to get to 175, maybe cut like a couple more pounds and see if I can keep making these muscle gains so that I can be heavier and be like more cut.
Mhm.
That's the whole point.
What's
That's what
what's your
you-
usual like? What's your ideal like walking weight normally? Like
Man,
180.
I just I want to be 180, man.
180
180 at like 16% body fat. That'd be sick, man. That's gonna take years. Though.
Yeah. It's tough.
I'll give it another 7 years.
Yeah. Shit.
All right, y'all.
All right, man.
Everybody, let's head out.
Yeah, take care, y'all. I want to see
Peace
that
out.
pokey feet next podcast.
It's
On the
right
wall.
there. You can see it.
Oh, he
Oh,
didn't
man.
fix that. I didn't even notice. All right, y'all.
All right.
Take care,
Peace.
guys.
Peace, everybody.